Welcome to Big Bad Dogs. Oh, content warning, shit 1 to 2. The story contains dark themes that may be distressing to some players: violence, blood, trauma, sexual assault, suicide, jump scares, workplace harassment, creepy atmosphere, misogyny, sexist language, alcohol use, explicit language. If you're sensitive to those topics or if you're not in the right mood, please take care of yourself first. All content is fictional and intended for mature audiences. Sparrow. Well, there you have it. These are the warnings. If you don't want to experience or like see any of that, tune out. Mhm. Important note: Lane's behavior reflects a specific era, 2009, when casual sexism, emotional deflection, and toxic bravado were often left unchallenged. Oh, this is true. He says inappropriate things, not because the game agrees with them, but because his character is meant to be challenged, questioned, and in some cases understood. Players are encouraged to form their own judgment. Ooh, I'm guessing some people were upset. You wonder when the world started losing its color. Also, okay, here you go. Maybe it's always been that way. Let's put it this way. Or maybe it happened when you started working this job. Losing your color? No, that comes with growing up. Ooh, and now it's loud as fuck. Fuck. Audio balancing. Alright. Stacking energy drink cans at 2 a.m. isn't exactly what I pictured when I left home to be an independent adult. Well, it's the reality. But here I am. I work the night shift at a 24 hours convenience store. Not because I have a burning passion for overpriced canned goods or because I enjoy listening to the hum of fluorescent lights for 8 hours straight. Hell no. It's just practical. Fewer people, less noise, no pushy moms yelling at their kids, no manager breathing down my neck every 2 seconds. This is true. Working in the graveyard shift is not that bad. It's creepy, but it's not bad. It's just me, the store, and the occasional weirdo wandering in for a frozen pizza and a six-pack. Sure, the night brings its fair shares of creeps, but I've never had any real trouble. I just need whatever extra I can scrape together to survive. This is the scariest grocery store I've ever seen in my life. The moment I move out, reality hit like a brick to the face. Bills don't care if you're exhausted. Did I make the right choice? I don't know. But it's my life, not the one they wanted me to have. I shift a few more energy drink cans in place, making sure the labels are all face forward. The floor is always cold here, even when the heater's on. My fingers brush against the cheap plastic on my name tag and I glance down at it. It's my pleasure to serve you. Little dog. You know what? Let's do this. There you go. Yep, that's me, Mira. And that logo is still ugly as ever. It's cute! I sigh and straighten up, stretching my arms before heading towards the registers. This is the scariest fucking supermarket. The store is dead at this hour, and I'm stuck waiting for the next unfortunate soul who needs instant ramen at this ungodly hour. I slide onto the stool behind the counter, tapping my fingers against the scanner before Lane accuses me of doing nothing. As a joke, of course. He's not really in the best position to tell me anything. I smile as I pick up the little yellow post-it stuck to the register. Ronnie's Joe's, the manager, messy handwriting, glares back at me. To do: restock the shelves. Lane, I swear if I see them empty again. Clean the washrooms. Check the security cameras every hours. Who the Okay. We've had complaints. Count the register before closing. No mistakes. I'm not going to complain. These are easy tasks. This should keep me busy for a while. Okay. I return the piece of paper in my hand. P.S. Marriage is just legalized suffering. Kids, stay single. Ronnie Joe. Okay. I stifle a laugh at the sight of these hideous drawings. Ronnie Joe is still trying to design a new logo for the store. But more importantly, no box is checked yet. I glance towards the stockroom. Where the hell is he? He said something earlier about doing inventory in there, which basically means scrolling on his phone until someone yells at him. Yeah, there's no way he's cleaning the washrooms. And to top it all off, I know the shelves are still half empty. I swear, this guy's allergic to actual work. Me. Hey Lane. I call, putting the post-it back on the counter to make sure he'd have his eye on it when he came. Are you planning on helping tonight, or... I hear a light laugh behind the door. Lane, I'm providing moral support. Okay. I sigh as I begin to count the register to make the task less arduous later. Mira, I suddenly hear through the walls. You talked to my sister lately? I pause, raising a brow. Why? His answer doesn't come immediately, as if he's thinking about it. Just like that, she's just been in a weird mood. She saw you the other day, but you didn't say hi. My fingers drum against the counter. Pretty sure I would have noticed. Maybe her mind is playing tricks on her. Or maybe you're ignoring her. Oh. The soft whoosh of the automatic door sliding open breaks our exchange. Make yourself useful and clean the toilets. I hear him gasp in exasperation. From where I am, I can't see the customer who just entered. Besides, there's no point making eye contact too soon. People get weird when they think you're too eager. I speak from experience. I straighten up a little, not noting in my head the accounts in the register. I finally hear footsteps and then a man. Late 20s, maybe early 30s. Worn out hoodie, jeans, nothing special. Okay, Mira, great. Scan, take the money, and give the receipt. Good evening. I nod. Evening. He sets his basket on the counter. Nothing weird, just an absurd amount of the cheapest canned food we sell. I don't judge. I'm not exactly rolling in cash either. I start scanning in silence, already thinking about how my bed's gonna feel after the shift. Beep. Oh. You always work this late? I pause. It's not an unusual question. Some customers are just trying to make small talk. I give my standard response. Yeah. Okay, it has to be said that I don't really make effort to be sociable. I reach for the next item. Doesn't seem safe. I glance up. He's watching me as I force a polite smile. Well, someone's gotta do it. Just a conversation, you know? He leans his elbow on the counter, way too close. A girl like you shouldn't be working alone at night, not with everything that's been happening. Well, I'm not alone, so... Beep. What do you mean? He raises his brows like he thinks I'm stupid. The disappearances? You haven't heard? Disappearances. A weird chill creeps up my spine. What? What exactly has been happening? What disappearances? His eyes light up, like he's thrilled I asked. People going missing, he says, his voice low and conspirational. All of them night workers, men, women, some of them from places just like this. Convenience stores, diners, gas stations. I feel a cold prickle at the back of my neck. And no one's found them? Some corpses, he grins, others just gone. But don't worry, sweetheart, I wouldn't let anything happen to you. Oh, my hero. I reluctantly reject the urge to throw the soup cans in his face. I mean it. If you're scared, you should call someone. Or better yet, give me your number. My hands freeze on the last can. I don't think... He cuts me off with a smile. Come on, don't be shy. You'll feel safer knowing you've got someone looking out for you. I'm not really... You got a boyfriend? He asks, his tone's flipping drastically. Someone looking after you? There it is. That moment when you realize the guy making small talk was never just making small talk. I don't answer. No, huh? Thought so. I nervously bag his items. I don't really give out my number to customers. He chuckles. I'm not just some customer though. I'm the guy who's gonna keep you safe. You need someone like me, sweetheart. You really do. My manager's in the back? He's still smiling, but there's something off in his eyes. Like he's waiting for me to say yes, and he won't take no for an answer. Give me your number, he repeats, and this time, there's no charm in his voice. No. Same. Give him a fake number, refuse. So, here's the problem. We're giving him a fake number, right? He knows where you work. He'll just come back when he calls and it doesn't work. so I'm just gonna refuse. I shake my head politely. No, I actually have a boyfriend. The second the word no leaves my mouth, his face changes. I expect him to laugh it off, play it cool. No, but he doesn't. Whoa, really? After I've been nothing but nice to you? Yeah, sorry, dude. I nod awkwardly, pretending to wait for the receipt, which is ridiculous. He didn't pay yet. Yes. He scoffs, rolling his tongue over his teeth. You think you're too good to give me your number? You think you can brush me off like I'm nothing? Guys like me, we're the ones who protect girls like you. No, you're the danger. He growls, his voice shaking with barely contained rage. I swallow hard, forcing my voice steady. Sir, you need to leave. My stomach twists as I say it, because I don't know if he will, and I don't know what will happen if he doesn't. He keeps staring at me, and slams his hand on the counter. So what the fuck is your problem? I flinch. I tell myself it's fine. It's always fine. But for the first time here, I think about how small I am. About how fast he could move. About how no one would hear me if I screamed. And I hate that I even have to think about it. Except, there is someone here. There's the guy in the back room. Hey, do you even listen? I freeze instantly, instinctively taking a step back behind the counter. But before I could walk away, his hands shoot out and grab my wrist. Oh boy. Let go of... Don't, he warns. I'll teach you some manners. Ooh, am I getting the bad ending? I'm suffocating. I don't know what to do. Maybe if I scream, it'll be worse? Scream, hurt his ears, smacking up the ears. If you hit someone, like, with both hands on their ears, it'll fuck them up. Full force. But I need to alert Lane. I need to... Suddenly his smile fades and he freezes. My eyes hold back tears, but I still can see it. Someone else has grabbed his wrist. A large tattoo hand around his own, squeezing so hard it could almost crush it. Is that Lane? The guy lets go of me instantly. I stumble back, my heart slamming against my ribs, and I don't stop until my back hits the shelf behind me. My wrist aches where he grabbed it, and I rub it without thinking, eyes locked on what's happening in front of me. Oh, that's not Lane. A biker? He's tall, easily 2 meters. Wearing black from head to toe, jogging pants, heavy black motorcycle boots, a compression shirt that clings to his muscle in a way that feels just a little indecent. And his black helmet covers his face completely, the dark visor showing no hint of what's underneath. So, he's not wearing protective gear? The weirdo tries to laugh it off, but his voice cracks. Hey man, no need for that, alright? His eyes flick to me, then back to the biker. I didn't know she was your... girl. Neither of us reacts, and I don't correct him either. Well, first of all, it doesn't matter if that's the boyfriend or not. The guy lets out a frustrating scoff. Finally, he digs into his pocket and pulls out some coins. He throws them on the counter, some rolling off the edge onto the floor. There, keep the damn change. His voice is bitter, but I can tell he feels humiliated. Eventually, he mutters something under his breath and storms towards the exit. And now, with the store quiet again, it's just 2 of us. The biker stands there, just like me. Even without seeing his face, I can feel the intensity of his stare. His hand flexes and then drops to his side. Like maybe he's suddenly aware of what he just did. The air is still thick and ugly, buzzing with everything he said. Everything he almost did. I stay frozen behind the counter. I should move, call Lane, but I don't, because I can't. So I start picking up the coins scattered on the counter, pretending everything is okay. I raise my head in reflex, and my eyes land on him. His voice is deep, but soft, muffled by the helmet. He says just one word, but it was enough to make just a little of the pressure off my shoulders. Are you okay? No. Oh. The question catches me off guard more than anything else tonight. Because a terrifying biker who just manhandled someone without a word sounds like he's worried he overstepped. Yes. He's relieved, but the moment our eyes meet behind his visor, he jumps. Why? I can't see his eyes. I looks away in a second. His tattooed hand pretends to clumsily adjust his helmet, even though there's nothing to adjust. For a second, I think he might leave too. But he stops, clears his throat before continuing. I'll get you water. I nod. It's automatic. I don't even know if I heard him. The biker hesitates like he wants to add something else, but he doesn't. He just nods back, then turns and walks towards the vending machine. The sound of his footsteps fades, and the silence rushes in. Too loud. Too tight. Oh boy. Too much. My chest aches, my lungs won't work right. I feel like coming before it happens. That slow crush is something I can't fight. I grip the counter harder. I try to breathe. Are you having an anxiety attack right now? That would make sense, but I can't. Breathe. I close my eyes. Inhale. The air sticks halfway down my throat and my chest tightens even more. My hands stay locked around the edge of the counter, fingertips numb. Breathe. I try to find a rhythm, but it's all wrong. The pressure in my chest doesn't cease. It only tightens like a fist closing around my lungs. I don't want to remember. I squeeze my eyes shut and start counting. 1, 2, 3. My heartbeat slams against my ribs, loud and erratic, drowning out everything else. I can't think. My vision slowly stabilizes. My hands are still shaking, but the weight in my chest eases just a bit. Enough for me to breathe without feeling like I'm gonna pass out. God. I push a trembling hand through my hair. Of course it has to be some drunk fuck that sets me off. It's been a while since I've had one of those. I roll my shoulders back, shaking out the leftover tension, and finish picking up his damn coins before glancing around. No lane on the horizon. But Biker Boy is still around. He's standing like a statue in front of the vending machine, his hands shoved deep in his pockets of his black joggers. What the hell is he doing? My legs still feel a little unsteady when I push off the counter, but at least I'm moving. I need to move. Sitting in one spot, replaying what just happened is only going to drag me right back into that spiral. So, I head towards the vending machine. It's him. Does he not know how a vending machine works? And the closer I get, the weirder it looks. He's just standing there, doing absolutely nothing. I slow my steps, curiosity peaking despite everything else the night has thrown at me. The machine hums softly. The little display flashes a thank you message, but there's no bottle of water in the slot. Oh, it's stuck! No coins clinking back into the return tray. I exhale through my nose. Oh my god. Is he just standing here because the machine ate his money? Ah, cute. What's in here? There's pills. There's something like... Oh, there's a bat. I'm guessing Pop-Tarts, Princess Rainbow, Crispy... Dookie. Curly, bat... What is this? Cat. I stop a few feet away, watching him like a damn stalker. I should just go back to the counter. I don't know this guy. And after what happened, I really should be keeping my distance from strange men. I glance at him again. He's not looking at me, just shifts his weight from one foot to the other. Doesn't move his hand either, doesn't reach for the buttons. Like he's trying to make himself smaller despite being the biggest guy I've ever seen. Okay, I really shouldn't find this funny. I shouldn't. But a clumsy biker is exactly the kind of ridiculous distraction I need tonight. And I don't know why, but something about that makes it hard to walk away. Be playful. I cross my arms, approaching him directly. 1 point for you against that guy, but 0 against the vending machine, it looks like. He twitches slightly, like I just caught him doing something embarrassing. It ate my money. Oh no! That's so cute! I bite back a smile. Tragic. He shifts like he doesn't know whether to leave or defend himself. You could kick it slightly, I kindly suggest. That wouldn't be fair. I blink. You... what? It's just doing what it was made to do. Jeez. This guy is way too soft for someone who looks like that. I can't help it. I grin. You are just going to stand here all night? He doesn't answer right away, just pats his tattooed hands nervously in his pockets like he has no idea what to do now. I didn't want to go back without it. I frowned slightly, processing his words. You earlier just thought you might. I tilted my head, waiting for the end of the sentence while watching his fingers moving again. I hear a soft metallic clinking. Coins? I nod towards his hands. You have more change? Maybe it'll work if you try again. There's another hesitation, but his hands move, and instead of coins, I see keys. What I'm guessing are keys to his motorcycle. Bare, impersonal, just metal on ring. In short, a man's key. I sigh. No coins. And cross my arms. I owe you a refund then. His helmet turns slightly towards me. It's fine. It's not fine. That machine is basically a thief, and I work here, so technically, I'm its accomplice. He clearly doesn't know how to argue with that. I tap my fingers against my arm, looking at this huge, intimidating guy, looking lost over a couple of missing coins. You could pick something from the store that costs the same as the bottle. I'll ring it up as a return. I don't need anything. I raise an eyebrow. It wasn't for me. I glance at the vending machine, then at him, and suddenly I feel kind of stupid for not realizing it sooner. That bottle, he bought it for me. I barely even noticed at the time. I was too busy trying to breathe, but now... Oh. It's all I managed to say, because suddenly my chest feels a little too tight. He keeps his head down, still looking awkwardly at the machine to avoid my gaze. He was just trying to help. And now he's standing here waiting for a machine that's not going to give him his money back, because he didn't want to return empty-handed. Jeez. Come on, I say, heading for aisle number 3. Let's see what we've got. He nods shyly and follows me. I crouch towards the shelves, trying to find something that costs exactly 50 cents for his return. Nothing exactly 50. I keep searching while he stands behind me, his 2 meters towering over me like a wall. What's that? Oh, it's instant ramen? Oh, wait, is that... Is that this one? Wait. It's this one, isn't it? There's gum, and there's... I'll give him the... I lean over to look behind him. What about spicy ramen? It's the exact same price. Spicy's fine. Do you not like spicy food, biker boy? We're gonna have a problem. I smile as I take a packet, relieved to have found a solution. Yeah? You like it hot? Oh no! I would also say something like that. It's so cute when they're shy. Sometimes. Oh! Cool. It comes with an extra sauce packet. He clears his throat nervously before picking up the ramen, his helmet seemingly looking the other way. Why though? That's great. A tiny amused smile pulls at my lips. Not mine. My smile is huge. He finally moves towards the counter, and as he walks away, I realize something. I just successfully convinced a full-grown man to accept a 50-cent refund like it was some, life-altering decision. This guy is something else. I grab a receipt from under the counter and scribble down the fake return, tearing off with a small flourish before sliding it towards him. Otherwise, Ronnie Joe will think someone stole from the store. And I don't need more work. There, proof that you officially got your refund. He hesitates before reaching for it, taking the slip between his fingers like it's something way more important than a dumb piece of paper. Thanks. I wave a friendly hand. You're welcome, Mr. Biker Boy. He nods shyly, his own little version of goodbye. Mademoiselle. Oh, are you French? I can't fucking pronounce that, in a very good way. The word lingers in the air between us, heavier than it should be. And then, just like that, he turns and leaves, the automatic doors making this tall black silhouette disappear. I shake my head, but before I can even process whatever that was... Well. I jolt slightly, snapping my gaze towards the voice. Lane is leaning against the counter, watching me with an insufferable smirk. Where the fuck were you, bro? I know there are security cameras, because on the freaking checklist, it said to check the security cameras. What the fuck were you doing? Didn't know you had a thing for masked men. Yes. That's not important, bitch. Help. Where were you? I'm saving. I groan. This is so unfortunate with this font because I know it says I groan, but him asking about the masked man thing and just the nature of the font makes it seem like I goon. And so I groan, clearly embarrassed that he's witnessing this conversation. Lane. No, it's fine. I get it. I shift uncomfortably under his gaze. I just helped him, I mumble, feeling stupid for even trying to explain myself. It was just a weird moment. Lane tilts his head, pretending to reconsider this. Right, just a weird moment with a big, tall, mysterious biker who doesn't say a word but gets your panties all twisted up. You know, if you had helped me, maybe my panties would got twisted up by you. You could have helped soothe my fucking anxiety. Instead, you were dicking around in the back room. He clicks his tongue. Can't blame you though. The quiet ones do make you wonder, don't they? I groan, embarrassed, half irritated. You're disgusting. He laughs, clearly enjoying this way too much. Just saying. Maybe next time, ask him to take the helmet off. Could be ugly as shit under there. Or worse. So what? I'm Demi. I'm Pandemi. So, he leans in slightly, his voice dropping to a mock whisper. Tiny dick. Jesus Christ, Lane. I shove past him, ignoring his chuckle. Before he can push it further, his phone buzzes. He pulls it out, glancing at the screen, and his smirk fades into something more annoyed. Whatever, gotta deal with something. He shoves the phone back in his pocket, already halfway turned away. Don't go creaming yourself over him in the meantime, okay? What is your problem? I roll my eyes so hard it almost hurts. Go away. He throws up a lazy salute and finally disappears, leaving me with nothing but my own exasperation. I ended up doing all of the tasks myself, while Lane, well, he mostly sat in the stockroom, fiddling with his phone. Typical. I can't remember the last time he'd done anything useful. 6:39 a.m. Is that the time I get home? Because I work the graveyard shift. Oh, it's the time I go home. Oh, balls. Tell me you were in a car. Please tell me you're not walking. Are you on like at least a bike? I step out of Mad Dog Convenience. Mad Dog Convenience. Letting the door shut behind me with a hollow thud. My shit is over, finally. I didn't say bye to Lane, I just left. After what happened, yeah, no. So I grabbed my bag, clocked out, and walked out. Faster than usual, I just want to be home. 1 month on the night shift and I'm used to it now. The quiet, empty street, the calm that used to send chills up my spine. It doesn't matter anymore. The first weeks, I'd hurry home feeling something was always behind me. But fear faded. I learned that the streets at 6 a.m. are just streets. Still, just because I'm used to it doesn't mean I'm careless. I pull out my phone as I walk, not to text anyone, but just to look busy. Except that's also not great. Because like, while trying to appear busy, you're like busy trying to appear busy, so you're not really paying attention, you know? Also, this is old. This is old. Holy shit. I'm old. Anyway. People are less likely to bother you if you look preoccupied. It's stupid, but most of the time it works. It doesn't work for the people you're trying to avoid. I glanced at my screen, scrolling absently. Oh my god, the YouTube icon? Oof. The screen glow makes me feel less alone, even if I'm not actually reading anything. I keep scrolling, aimlessly, not really taking in the words. Just something to keep my hands busy and my mind occupied. The night is quiet, the streets are mostly empty, aside from the occasional distant cars. A few minutes later... Is that a water bottle? My steps slow as I reach my building, already fishing for my keys. I stop. Right there, sitting on the front step. A bottle of water? I blink. It's new. Sealed. The plastic cool, condensation beating along the sides like it's been taken from a fridge. My first thought is that someone dropped it, but it's placed too neatly, right in the center of the step like it was left there on purpose. I glance around. The street is empty, no movement in the windows above me, no sounds except the distant hum of traffic. I swallow. It's just a bottle of water, but still, it feels weird. My neighbors? Maybe. Someone from the building could have left it. But why? And why right here? Biker boy. Biker boy wanted to get you water, right? My mind flickers back to earlier. The vending machine. Biker boy. No. That's dumb. It could be from anyone. But my fingers tighten around my phone anyway. I mean, it's a hell of a coincidence. Take it? I mean, you can take it. Doesn't mean you have to drink it. Just take it and pour it out. I hesitate, then sigh. It's just water. No point overthinking. I crouch down, my fingers brushing against the cool plastic as I pick it up. Everything is perfectly normal, except for the fact that it's just here. I turn it over my hands, scanning the label like it's somehow going to give me an answer. But there's nothing. No note, no clue. So I just stuck the ball into my bag. It's probably from a neighbor. Maybe someone left it for themselves and forgot about it. That makes sense. I 100% would be that person. I've I've done that before. Someone has a Gamer Subs shaker because I filled it with water at the airport and then I forgot it. I left it on the table. So like that scenario is not out of the ordinary. I can see myself 100% sitting down on the steps, putting the bottle there, and then getting up and leaving and forgetting the bottle. Without knowing why, I glance over my shoulder before stepping inside. I finally make it home after a few minutes. As I slip the key into my door, I notice a sliver of light glowing under the door next to me. Amelia's place. Of course she's already up. Or maybe still up. Hard to know with her. She's probably getting ready for work. Meanwhile, I'm coming back from it. We really are living opposite lives, don't we? Or maybe not. I push my door open, and the familiar scent of strawberry candle welcomes me. I flick the light on. The room's exactly as depressing as I left it. Oh, is Amelia my roommate? It's small. One bedroom, a living room, a bathroom, and a tiny kitchen. Oh, she's my neighbor. Are we friends? I toss my bag on the couch and kick off my shoes. My stomach growls, loudly. Right. Food first. I head to the kitchen. Why do I have a post-it note on my cabinet? The cabinet creaks as I open it, and I start rummaging through the half-empty shelves until my fingers close around a familiar cringly packet. Ramen. The exact same kind Biker Boy took earlier. I pause for a second, staring down at the red packaging. We both like spicy ramen. I can't help but think about him while I fill the kettle and set it on the stove. The helmet was one thing. It's not unusual. Bikers keep them on all the time. But it wasn't just that. It was the way his fingers switched like he didn't know what to do with them. The fact he didn't talk much, and when he did, it was always short. Like every word scraped against something raw. I wonder why. And why just one packet of ramen? If he was making a late-night dinner grocery run, why bother with something so small? Oh, that's true. He never actually bought anything, right? He only took the ramen that we gave him. I let my thoughts wander for a moment as I finish cooking. And the first bite of noodles brings me right back to earlier. I'm grateful Biker Boy defended me. The customer was getting way too aggressive. And I don't know what would have happened if he hadn't shown up when he did. But still, he gave off some serious awkward vibes. He barely spoke, and when he did, his voice was kind of shy. Like he wasn't used to talking to people at all. He looks like he walked right out of a biker gang, but I swear, he had the energy of a teenager who'd never talked to a girl before. I let out a small huff of laughter, twirling my chopsticks in the noodles. Cute. God, what was I even thinking? Maybe I'm just starved for any kind of positive interaction. Okay. First of all, you don't have to hurt my feelings like this. Especially after the last few days. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him again. Just see if that awkwardness was a one-time thing or if he's always like that. What is this? Shit. I was so focused on myself that I didn't even thank him. And now I'm not even sure I'll see him again. Mira, you idiot. Relatable. The sun's rays are already streaming through the blinds. I scraped the last few noodles from the bottom of the bowl and slurped them down. Then, I dumped my bowl in the sink with a clatter, deciding dishes can wait until tomorrow. A pile is already waiting for me. It's a sad little mountain of neglect. No worries, future me will handle it. I wipe my hands on the towel and glance around the apartment. The living room is only a few steps away. My sofa looks comfortable, but my eyes keep drifting to my bedroom. I stand there, wedged between the pull of the sofa and the soft cushions of my bed. My body is heavy with exhaustion, but my mind is still reeling, still entangled in the strange events of the night. Is this just supposed to be there? The little note? I mean, go to bed. Screw the TV. Screw the dishes. Screw those ugly clothes. I'm dead on my feet and my bed is screaming Mira. I can barely drag my feet across the floor before collapsing onto the mattress. The sheets smell like I probably should have showered. But I'll deal with it tomorrow when I have to drag myself out for bed for another day of work. The night shift always leaves me drained, but tonight it was worse. My eyes are shut and I'm just about to slip back into sleep. And I'm just about to slip back into that soft haze of sleep when, oh my god. Fuck. A message? I groan, blindly reaching for my phone. My fingers find it under the pillow and I squint at the screen through half-lit eyes. Lane. Suddenly, I'm more awake. Not much, just enough to focus. I rub my eyes and open the message. Hey, you okay? I have 7 missed calls. My stomach flips, reminding me once again of what I'm trying hard to forget. I push the thoughts away and check the message he just sent. You ran out of there pretty fast. You look scared. Jeez, I just don't want to talk about it anymore. I quickly type my answer. I'm fine, just tired. I bury my head lazily into my pillow, waiting for his message. I should have been there. Sorry. I hesitate, my thumb hovering over the screen as I turn over in my bed. Oh, did he look at the security cameras suddenly? There's a real sincerity in his words, and for a second, I almost let it slide. Almost. Oh, throw a jab or tease him. I don't know, I would like do humor, to be fair, so. Yeah, let's not bring this bad mood back to the table. And I think Lane deserves this. Don't worry, my knight in shining helmet showed up. The dots pop up immediately. Seriously? He was very capable. You know, strong. Saw those arms, right? I grin, even as I type it. Which is insane, because I didn't even see his face. But physically, let's just say he's not bad. You're kidding. Am I? What a kid I am. As expected, there's a long pause this time. You've got weird taste. Weird. I'm just being realistic, Lane. Weird can be fun. Oh, I agree. Guess I should invest in a helmet then. I actually laugh. It's soft, but it's still there. I'm just glad you're okay, even if some biker dude got to play hero instead of me. My smile fades just a little. It's okay. You're here now. This time, the dots appear right away, but then they disappear. Oh my god. Bro. My heart jumps and I blink at the screen. Lane's calling. Answer? I sigh and wipe to answer. Hey, I mumble, my voice rough with sleep. Hey Mira, Lane says, his voice warm and familiar. You sound exhausted. I'm trying to sleep. Bitch. Because I am. Shouldn't have woken you up, huh? I roll onto my side, tucking the phone closer. I'm still here, aren't I? There's a soft chuckle on the other end. Listen, you didn't deserve that. But I'm glad the guy was there, he asks, and I can hear the playful jealousy creeping in. Even if he's apparently got arms I can't compete with. I let out a mocking laugh. Hey, I call it like I see it. I'll remember that. There's a pause, and then his voice softens again. Let me make it up to you. Tomorrow. Are you gonna actually do work? I hesitate, but the weariness in my bones makes the decision for me. Okay, I remember, but you owe me something fancy. Damn right I do, he answers, and I can hear the smile in his voice. Night, Mira. Night, Lane. Do I get like a crate of packet of ramen? I'd forgive him. But also do your job. The events of the night replay in my head. The creepy customer, the awkward encounter with Biker Boy. The way he called me? Mademoiselle. 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 I can't. French is so not for me. French is probably one of the languages I cannot learn. Who even says that in this country? I roll over, burying my face in the pillow. Maybe it was supposed to be charming. Maybe he thought it made him sound mysterious or something. Maybe he's French. Or maybe he's just weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably it. He's weird. I can't help but smile a little. The language of love, huh? Why not? If this is what passes for romance in my life, I'll take it. My eyelids grow heavier, and the thoughts start to blur along with the sound of Emilia's heels. Koyo, ramen is your line of forgiveness? Koyo, my stomach is the line of forgiveness, okay? Like, I just want this. I'm Caribbean. If it's deep fried sweet and probably processed to all hell, I want it. She's finally heading to work. I exhale slowly, already half asleep. It's routine at this point. She leaves when I come back, I leave when she comes back. That's just how it is. Except this time, she stops. Right outside my door. I don't open my eyes, but I feel it. Like she's standing there, thinking about knocking. I don't call out, I'm too tired, so I just wait. And a few seconds later, the footsteps starts again and the sound fades. Amelia's gone. Who the fuck is Amelia? Why do we care? Is Amelia a friend or what? I don't understand. Is she an ex? Oh my god, do we live next door to an ex? That's crazy. That's fucking rough. Oh yeah, happy girl, happy world. Happy girl, happy world. French, ramen, tattoos, helmet, biker boy, love. End of shift 1, demo. Click to continue. We're going to shift 2. Shift 2. You hear a slow drip. Then not turn the faucet off. Then another. And another. Something cold and red is running down the walls of your memory. What do you mean? October 2009. A song ago. Oh my god. The cafe is half empty, just the way we like it. Too late for the lunch crowd, too early for the dinner rush. Soft golden light spills across the tiled floors, catching the steam curling up from some coffee cups. Conversations drift from nearby tables, laughter, clinking spoons, students arguing over mathematical formula. A couple leans in close by the window. A toddler squeals somewhere in the back. Just the kind of place where time doesn't feel so heavy. Where things are warm and bright and real. Oh, is this Amelia? Amelia sits across from me, legs crossed, phone face down, perfect nail polish and red hair that looks like it belongs in a fashion ad. She's scrolling through the drink menu like it personally offended her. Why do cafes always name things like this? God, look at these names. Naked Sunset. Choke Me Gently. What cafe is this? Are we ordering drinks or writing erotica? I guess we're doing both. Oh my god. I raise an eyebrow, skimming at the menu. There's one called Sinner's Milk. What even is that? Well, whatever it is, it's probably disgusting. I laugh. You totally order it though. Please, Angel. I have standards. I'm more of a heartbreaker martini girl. Sometimes something bitter with a tiny umbrella. She winks at me before a waitress swings by, notepad at the ready. What can I get you today, ladies? We greet her in return and dive straight into the little piece of cardboard in the brand's colors. After insistent hesitations that nearly scared the waitress away, Emilia finally settles on the most basic thing a girl like her could order. A cold coffee. She raises a brow at me like, your move. The menu's long for a small cafe. Everything feels too sweet or too much. I hesitate. Amelia waits, her lips already half curved, ready for whatever I say. Ooh. Something else? Hot chocolate. Blueberry milkshake. You know, neither one of these are terrible. What's something else? I don't even look at the menu anymore. Do you serve whiskey? What? The waitress raises a brow. Barely. One brown and it's crap. It's fine, I say. Amelia lowers her phone slowly, her eyes narrowing with something like intrigue. Whiskey at noon, she laughs, as if she's not really taking me seriously. Didn't think you had it in you. I like it. Just once in a while, it doesn't hurt. Actually, it might. But also, I didn't know that was going to be something else. What the heck? The waitress smiles kindly at us before slipping away to other tables. Amelia taps her fake nails against the table, thoughtful. Drink like that, and the creeps might think twice before messing with you. Or they'll think you're too dangerous. Which works too. But let's be real. You have like 2 sips before you pass out. She grins, biting her upper lip like she knows exactly what buttons she's pressing. We settle back in silence for a second, the world blurring around us. It was not. So, how was it? I snort. Honestly, not as terrible as it sounds. That's a first. I mean, whatever. It's minimum wage, but night shift pays extra, so kinda worth it. I need the money. She leans back and stretches like she owns the place. Any hot coworkers? I knew she was gonna ask something like that. I stare at her. Why is that your first question? Because I'm bored and need to live through you. Now answer. Well, there's a coworker, I admit. She raises an eyebrow, her long nails tapping her skin as if to say, tell me more. Go on. I pause. He's kind of useless, honestly. Just leans on the counter, talks and flirts with the customers, then disappears when it's time to clean anything. She groans immediately. Ugh, I hate men like that. I laugh. I figured you would. No, like seriously. I have 5 of them at my job. Always standing around like it's their God-given right to never sweep. But the moment a girl takes a break, suddenly it's a problem. Like, shut the fuck up, Lawson. You literally spent 20 minutes talking about your protein powder. I laugh louder. Lawson. Boring. There's something magnetic about Amelia when she's like this. Something a little terrifying, but honest in a way most people aren't. Amelia, oh my god. I hate them, she says, dead serious now. I hate how society lets them just exist. Be average as hell and still get praised for breathing. Ooh. Oh boy! Is Amelia a romance option? just asking, just wondering. Alright. So, say not all guys are like that. Agree with her. I am of both opinions. I get what she means by the societal aspect of it, but obviously not everyone's like that, but you don't have to say that not everyone's like that. The ones that are offended because they kind of fall in that category, and the ones who aren't. But I'm guessing that she's romanceable, and so if you agree with her, that's in her like relationship bracket. I don't know, I'll be honest. Say not all guys are like that. No, I can't let her say that. Don't be like that. Some of them suck, but they're not all bad. She exhales like it physically pains her. Yeah, okay, some of them are tolerable, but the ratio is disappointing. The ratio is disappointing. I laugh, kind of, but of course she's not done. They're not all bad, she repeats. That's how it starts. Next thing you know, you're defending your boyfriend for ghosting you because he's just going through stuff. I can't help but laugh. It honestly sounds like a true story. I'm not saying that, I say while throwing my hands in the air. I just think some people are raised different. She looks at me with pity and a little bit of concern. You are so lucky you're cute. Why? Because I'd bully you if I didn't like you. I groan and she tosses her crumpled napkin, landing it right on my forehead as she laughs. But how picky you are. I wonder what do you even look for in a man? I look away. Amelia's trying to say that she's gay without saying she's gay. She's like, I like women, but I'm not gonna say it because it's 2009. I'm still laughing when she says it. To be fair, I mutter. My coworker is not the worst. Like, he'll be annoying, but in a dumb way where you almost laugh even though you're mad. Sometimes I can't tell if I want to strangle him or not. That sounds familiar. Ugh, she says quietly. Boys. She hears me chuckle and her voice softens right away. You seem good there. Like it suits you. Yeah, I admit. I kind of like it. Good. Enjoy while you can. Night shifts do something to your brain eventually. What do you mean? Because you like work, because you're awake at like a different cycle than most people? We keep talking. About nothing. About everything. Her voice is full of life. Her eyes are clear. There's a rhythm to her, like a song you've played 100 times, but still can't help dancing to. It was easy with Amelia. It always was. Until it wasn't. But that part hadn't happened yet. Oh, does she confess her feelings? Is it wrong if she confesses her feelings? I don't think so. But, oh. It was just rain. It sounds like wheels. Oh god. That sounds like... Oh, okay. We have to walk in the rain. November 2009. The sound of my ringtone yanks me out of sleep like a punch. I groan, fumbling around the sheets until my fingers finally close around my phone. I turn off the alarm. Oh, man. So we're walking to work in the rain. Do we have an umbrella? The screen's too bright. The time even worse. 8:44 p.m. Great. Another productive day of doing absolutely nothing. But it's not my fault. I'm a night owl. And this lifestyle perfectly suits me. I stretch my bones, crackling like firewood, and collapse back into the sweet smell of laundry on my bed. Outside, the rain taps against the glass. Almost like a soundtrack for staying in bed forever. God, I'm tired. Tonight's going to be brutal. Another night shift at Mad Dog Convenience. Another night of customers who think my name tag means I owe them a smile. No choice though. Walking the rain to go to work, aka Netherlands Simulator? True. Gotta make rent somehow. I stare at the ceiling for a few seconds, still half thinking. Honestly, the rain sounds nice. Too nice. I drag myself up, sitting on the edge of the bed. My brain's a mess. I think I need 10 more hours of sleep. I rub at my eyes and sigh, the kind of sigh you'd hear in a movie right before the girl gets murdered in her own bathroom. Unfortunately, my life's not that dramatic, just boring. And to top it off, I somehow agreed to go out with the human equivalent of a red flag. I blink, my brain catching up to the memory, and checking my phone again. No new messages from him. Huh. No update? No see you at 2 a.m.? No meet me behind a convenience store? He invited me, but nothing? Very lame. Very let's see what happens, babe energy. I've been dodging him for weeks, but I said yes this time. I don't even know why. Curiosity? Or maybe just boredom disguised as curiosity? It's not like I'm into fairy tales, but I still can't help wondering, what does a lazy guy like Lane even plan to do for a date? Probably something stupid. My fingers tap against the phone screen again, even though I already know there's nothing new. I stare at the screen a second longer, then lock it. Whatever. I'll see him at Mad Dog anyway. No need to overthink. I finally sit up, letting the cold air wrap around me as the rain jumps against the window. The floor's cold enough to make me hiss. The apartment is freezing, probably because I still haven't figured out how to work the ancient heater. But it's fine, I like the cold. My fingers get caught in my hair as I rub my face to wake up, a tangled mess that perfectly mirrors my mood. I grab my hoodie from the floor and tug it on. Maybe I should get moving. Shift starts soon. Go shower! What is that? No, leave my room. Tidy up the bed. Bottle of water. Look through the window. Look through the window? I guess you can look at the... Looking at the rain. Oh, I don't live on the ground floor. That's good. Look at the sky. The clouds are heavy. Look at the building. It's high. Too high, maybe. You live on the 15th floor, not because you wanted the view, but because it was the only place you could afford. If you had the money, you'd probably be somewhere lower. The city looks like a mess of flickering lights and forgotten corners from up here. The kind of view that makes everything and everyone feel far away. You say you don't mind the height, but I wonder if that's true. Okay, well. How do I go back? Oh boy. You should be careful out there. Oh, that's why. Okay, go back. Do I... A bottle of water rests neatly on the table, label facing forward like it's been placed with care. But you don't even remember taking it out of your purse last night. You're right, I didn't take it out of the purse last night. Strange. You tug the covers up half-heartedly. The bed looks no cleaner, but at least you tried. Huh. Enter the bathroom? You step into the shower. What is this? A dried out lipstick. You used to wear this before work. Back when you thought appearances mattered, behind a convenience store counter. You step into the shower and close the glass door behind you. The water takes a moment to warm up, rattling through the old pipes like bones shaking. When it hits, it's almost too hot. You let it scorch your skin anyway. You stand there for a long time, watching steam curl up around the cracked tiles. Somewhere under the noise, your thoughts start to melt into nothing. You finish showering and put on your work clothes. You really needed a shower. You meet your own eyes in the mirror. You smile at yourself. It feels like trying to warm your hands on a dead flame. Okay! Fucking rude. Go to the living room? Return to the front door. Go to the kitchen. Why is it so dark? Ooh, your name tag. Right where you always leave it. Somehow, after just a month on the job, the name tag already looks like it survived the war zone. The plastic scratched, the clips bent, and you're starting to wonder if it's a warning sign. You grab it and shove it in your pocket. Can't show up to work without your tiny plastic badge of honor. What is this? Maddox said they need someone for night shift. Told them you're reliable. Here's the number. Ask for RJ. Don't forget. What is this? Inspect the sink. Well, we're not doing the dishes before work. That's illegal. They were a gift for yourself when you got the job. Something new for a fresh start. But the right occasion never came. They're hung there ever since, untouched. Okay. Well. You flip on TV. Static buzzes loud for a second before a weather warning cuts in. There's an emergency weather alert from the National Weather Service. Severe thunderstorms are expected to hit the area tonight. Strong winds, hail, and dangerous lightning are forecasted. Residents are urged to remain indoors and avoid unnecessary travel. Keep away from the windows and doors. Do not use electronics unless absolutely necessary. Power outages are likely. Great! We still have to go to work. I think I can go now. Go to work. Continue the story. Stay at home. Keep navigating. No, continue the story. 9:24 p.m. Okay, I'm not late yet, but close enough that my heart's already going that annoying little panic flutter. I slip on my sneakers by the door, my hoodie already zipped up. My work shirt is wrinkled, but it'll pass. Getting dressed at home is just easier. One less thing to deal with under the buzz of the stockroom light. I mean, we don't even have a break room. The guys just change and leave, no questions. For me, it's a balancing act. Don't look too done up or too sloppy. It's like they're all waiting for me to mess up. Ooh, oh, 2009. I guess you can't look too done up because then you're trying too hard. And if you look sloppy, you're not trying enough. The sky outside is already tinted with that dull indigo gray. Not quite night, but getting there. And the rain, still going strong. Where do you live where it's 9 o'clock and it's not dark during winter? I guess I've been in Europe too long because in Europe, 4 o'clock and it's dark during winter time. There's no light. Do we have an umbrella? 1 foot out the door and I freeze instantly. Shit, I forgot the umbrella, I complain, not even daring to step out of the little shelter. But it's too late to turn back now, and I can't risk being late. I pull my hood over my head and start walking as fast as I can, trying to dodge the worst of it. Useless. The rain always wins. My shoes are already soaked and can feel the cold creeping up my legs, turning my skin into ice. Jeez. Well, at least it's not Monday. That's something, right? Everything else has gone straight to hell, but at least the calendar is doing me one small favor. Gotta cling to those small victories, I guess. I take another step forward, but at the same time, the sound of a car speeding by throws a wave of water up at me. You ever just want to lie down in the street? Couldn't even get that small victory to last, could I? I hope there's extra uniforms at work. It's not even midnight yet, but it feels later. I cut through a cracked parking lot near Mad Dog Convenience, stepping over the tattered remains of what used to be a soda can, or maybe a rat. Hard to tell around here. The front neon sign buzzes over my head, trying its best to flicker out one letter at a time. Right now, it says Ma Dog. The only good news is that no customers seem to be in front of the store. This rain will probably mean less work for me. Oh. I nudged the employees only door with my shoulder, hoping it'll open without one of the usual tantrums. The door has probably welcomed more wet hobos than usual staff, thanks to Ronnie's genius idea of having one physical key and zero budget for a cart system. He claims it saves money. I get the key for the week, Lane gets it next, and so on. And this week, the secret key belongs to Lane, which means I'm at the mercy of his punctuality, hoping his charming passive-aggressive ass shows up on time so I don't end up soaked in alley rainwater waiting like a stray dog. I push harder, fully prepared to stand there in the rain and wait for him. And again. And to my utter disbelief, the door just opens. Lane's on time. Miracles do happen. Oh, that door is cursed. Did you hear that? By the time I made it to the door, I couldn't tell if I was walking or swimming. Every inch of me is soaked. The fabric of my hoodie sticks to my arms, water dripping from my sleeves onto the floor. The water has crept in and found its way under every layer. My hair clings to my face and everything feels heavy. Ugh. The smell of the air changes drastically. Burnt and cheap lemon floor cleaner. I can already see Ronnie Joe's usual post-it note glaring at me from the counter. I sigh through my nose, brushing past the chip display and toss my bag somewhere out of sight. Lane's already behind the cash register. With his nonchalant air, he's leaning back on Ronnie Joe's busted stool, a can of Red Bull on the counter. It looks like he's pretending to scan something, probably to look like he's been working hard all along. Sure, that's how you scan something. Even the barcode is facing the wrong way. But I have to admit, it's kinda weird not seeing Lane glued to his phone for once. His grin sharpens the second he sees me. Damn, he purrs, leaning forward on his elbows. He's gonna make a joke, isn't he? What the actual happened to you? Oh, he's not. I snort, dragging my wet sleeves across my forehead. It's raining, genius. Yeah, but you look like you fell into the lake. I don't answer. I'm too busy standing, wiping my hands down my thighs and feeling my tank top clinging to my chest like cellophane. I know what I must look like, and I know I'm way more exposed than I want to be. Still, I take off the hoodie to avoid adding more mess to the floor. It makes that horrible wet towel sound as it pulls away from my arms. Underneath, my uniform shirt is, unsurprisingly, soaked as well. And the thin white tank top beneath clings to me in all the ways I don't want it to. I feel it. The shape of my own chest. The way the fabric hugs me like it's trying to make a goddamn blueprint of my body. Oh my god. I glance at Lane. He looks at me dead in the eye. You good or you want a towel? I blink. A towel would be nice. He digs under the counter and pulls out a wrinkled old towel that looks like it used to be beige 2 years ago. He tosses it my way and I catch it cautiously. Thanks. Then, I immediately start dabbing my arms, my neck, my face. All the while trying to keep the front of my shirt out of his line of sight without looking like I'm trying. Lay notices. Girl, chill. You act like you're shooting your first porno. I should have looked. Well, I feel weird, okay? He shrugs like it's the most boring thing in the world. Yeah? I can close my eyes if you want. I furrow my brows in suspicion, toss my wet hoodie behind the counter. You're being weirdly chill about this. Why wouldn't I be? Knowing you... He grabs the can and gestures at me with it. Please, Mira. You think I've never seen boobs before? Okay. Listen here, you son of a bitch. Pick the lock. Eat the wall. Eat the wall? It's not a gingerbread house. Ooh, should we do that? Should we make a gingerbread house? Oh, do we make a Halloween gingerbread house? And then I eat it on stream? I blink. He's not being fake. He's not staring, but he's not looking away either. He's just doesn't care. Not in the way guys usually do. Which, coming from Lane, is unexpected. Besides, if I lost my shit every time I saw a bra strap or a little cleavage, I'd be dead by it. Right, when I was born. This is more than a bra, Lane. He glances at the tank top clinging to my chest, clearly visible through the thin white fabric of my uniform shirt. Yeah, and it's embarrassing. He squints like he's genuinely confused. It's a tank top. You think you invented see-through clothes? I raise an eyebrow. What, you spent your youth studying lingerie catalogs? Hell no. His face twists. I spent my youth trying to play Tekken while someone hijacked the living room TV every time there was a damn fashion show on it. I tried beating final boss Heihachi when the TV suddenly cuts to girls in angel wings and glitter thongs. I laugh before I can stop myself. I feel a little more comfortable now. Maybe I don't really know him as well as I thought. Wait, so you actually watched the shows? I had no choice, alright? He jabs a thumb towards his chest. If I said anything, I got told to shut up and learn. I can't stop laughing now. I understand now. He shrugs. Muscle memory. But don't get me wrong, though. If you walked in here with no shirt at all, I'd have jumped at the chance to salute them. Oh my god. If you know what I mean. I open my mouth to scold him, but he flashes that lazy grin. What? I didn't say I was a saint. I said I wasn't a creep. I bite back a smile. That guy's an asshole, but a very conscious one. Fair enough. You want a dry shirt? He asks after a beat. We got a bin in the back. Lost and found. I blink. Bin in the back. I glance towards the hallway. I can't believe I've worked here for a month and our manager never mentioned a lost and found bin to me. I walk past him, still drying my arms with a towel, and quickly fish out what looks like a staff shirt. Thanks. For once you're actually useful. Lane turns his head away while I change. I'm helping because it's easier than explaining it twice to you. I ignore it and just spin my name tag in place. You know what? This storm sucks. No signal, no internet. I've actually been staring at the same wall for like 10 minutes. Ah, that's why he's on his phone. I blink at the clock, then at him. Well, you took the worst day to finally be on time, I say, raising an eyebrow. Lane picks up the half-empty Red Bull and takes a slow sip, then sets it down with a quiet clink. He shrugs, as if showing up on time isn't the most shocking thing he's done all week. Storm must have messed with my sense of time, he answers. Or maybe I had a good reason to show up today. I laugh, trying not to smile too wide. Of course he had to make it sound like that. Yeah, by the way, I never heard back about that date you talked about. He doesn't answer, just absentmindedly plays with his nose piercing. Nose piercing? I see an eyebrow piercing. This is it? This is what, exactly? I show up, I'm on time, I'm standing in front of you. That's like 3 miracles already. What else were you expecting? I raise a brow. You seriously thought I'd be all excited just because you showed up? Lane grins. Yes. I narrow my eyes. A beat passes, and I still have no words. Eventually, he runs a hand through his hair like it's suddenly hot in here. Shit. You were really expecting something. This is the most he-him interaction I've ever had. It's not a question. It's just realization. He laughs, not mockingly, but like he's genuinely surprised. Just like I've just hit him with the most unrealistic expectation in the world. That's crazy. I mean, you know me. He points to himself, half smirking, half defensive. I'm not one of those whipped nice guys who sets up picnics or whatever. That's not me. Then stay single. I cross my arms, unimpressed. I should have seen that one coming. Yeah, I know what kind of guy you are, Elaine. He lets out a casual and leans against the counter, the way he always does when he's pretending to be chill but secretly thinking too hard. Look, most girls are just happy to hang out with me. I didn't know I had to prep a PowerPoint presentation or something. Wow. It's 2009. But girl, in 2025, I've seen TikToks of people having PowerPoint presentation parties, okay? Like, have a little higher standards. A PowerPoint would be cute. Surely, what more could a girl ask for? He nods. Exactly. You're welcome. Besides, I'd hate to see you fall in love with some fake version of me who gives a shit about calling girls milady unironically. Please, Lane. I'll never fall in love with you. Oh yeah? He tilts his head. That's funny, cause I think I'm crazy in love with you. Oh really? The effort is unimaginable. I blink. What? What? Huh? Huh? A smug little chuckle escapes him. Kidding, milady. You think I'd ever say that with a straight face? I click my tongue. You know what? I wish you didn't show up. He glances towards the back of the store, then back at me with that look. Alright. You want a date? I got you. Oh, I got you, babe. He starts walking backward, throwing a thumb over his shoulder. The stockroom's all ours. The stockroom, I repeat. He pushes the door open with his shoe and gestures me in like he would open a limited door. Yep. What? Ooh. Ooh. Tell me it's the worst date idea ever. Which it is, okay? Like, fooling around is not a date. Play along would be funny. Unlocked muttered that even the biker would have done better. Because he would have. I let the silence hang for a second too long, just to piss him off. I feel like even the biker from yesterday would have planned something better than this. Lane whips his head towards me like I just said the dumbest sentence ever uttered in the English language. Oh yeah? Maybe you should have let him take you out then. Let lover boy rev up his little engine and romance you with nothing but silence. I laugh. You're awfully bothered for someone who doesn't care about everything, I say, wiggling my fingers in the air. I don't. Just funny how girls melt when a guy says nothing and stares at them while only nodding his head. To be fair, he did speak. Very shyly. Very cute. Very cute. Very demure. I smirk. You sure are thinking a lot about him. He arches a brow, the silver piercing catching the light. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just not compare me to your 2 meters bitch boy? Ooh. That actually makes me let out an ungraceful snort. Okay, relax. I didn't say I liked him more. Better not. I mean, look at me. Funny, handsome, great stamina. You're never on time. You're not on time. You have no thoughtful... Anyway. What more could a girl want? Standards? Wait. Are you jealous? He clicks his tongue and flashes that crooked, cocky grin that always makes me want to smack him just a little. You wish. But I can see it anyway. He's so obviously bothered, it's almost cute. Great stamina. What game are you playing? Stress simulator. I let that sit for a second before speaking again. Lane. I will probably never see him again. It was one night. The city's big. Lane's blue eyes flick down to my mouth just for a second. He will definitely come back because he's into you, which is honestly not shocking. I frown. What are you even talking about? I'm a guy. I squint at him, waiting for more. So? So I know when another guy wants to fuck a girl. I blink twice. My mouth's kind of open, but I've got no words. Like, what the hell am I supposed to say to that? Nothing, actually. I look at him, actually speechless for a second, as an awkward silence stretches between us. So I say the first dumb thing that pops into my head. You just said I'm pretty? I did? No, he said that guys would want to fuck you. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're pretty. He said it's not surprising that he's into me, I pointed out. That implies... I'm saying, he cuts me off. If I had your face and ass, I'd never pay for anything again. Ever. Okay! What an asshole! I roll my eyes. Of course. Come on, babe. Lane pushes the stockroom door again and holds it for me. Let me disappoint you proper- Oh my god! Okay. I'm not proud. I'm not proud. But that shit would... that would make me get into the stock room, I'm not gonna lie. That's fucking funny. And I go, smiling a little, just to see what the hell we're gonna do there. Oh my god. Not exactly romantic, but having your first date in your workplace stockroom just weirdly fits. The place is dead anyway, so why not? The floor's stained and the air smells like places left in the dark too long. I sigh and step in. Nate's already sitting on a stack of flattened boxes on the floor like it's the peak of luxury. He flashes me a grin the second he sees me. Not bad, huh? He says, gesturing like a proud host of some 4-star restaurant. The stock room? What do you mean? Except it's this. I blink at the so-called setup. Only 2 stacks of flattened boxes as chairs and nothing that even tries to be a table. He raises his pierced eyebrow, watching my reaction. Oh, you're right. He ducks behind a shelf, pulls out a crushed up cardboard box, flips it over, and sets it in front of him like it's a fine piece of furniture. There. Better. We are behind a dumpster, I tell him. Romantic, right? I could have taken you to that sushi place downtown, but honestly, nothing beats ambience like this. HR note, could employees stop fucking in the stock room? I squint at him, still standing in the middle of the stock room. Is sitting even the right move here? This is your idea of impressing someone. Who said I'm trying to impress you? He pauses. I mean, I am, but like not in a traditional way. A small smile pulls up my lips despite myself. Ridiculous or not, I sit down anyway. The floor is cold under my legs, even through my jeans. A bit sticky too, like someone spilled soda 2 nights ago and forgot to mop it up. Ew. Lane sits across from me with his back against the metal shelf, one leg stretched out and the other bent so he can rest an arm on his knee. He opens one of the delivery boxes next to him. He's definitely not supposed to touch, and casually grabs 2 energy drinks and a pack of cake donuts. Oh, he does have a nose pierce. Oh, he's got multiple. Okay, I see. He hands me a can. I take it and raise it like a toast. To whatever this is. To whatever this is. He grins, tapping his can lightly against mine. To excellent company. He opens his energy drink and takes a sip. You know he's talking about himself. I'm amazed this man's heart hasn't exploded yet. We live glamorous lives, he says, waving his can like a champagne flute. No customers, no work, no responsibilities. And I've got you. I roll my eyes, exchanging my can for a donut. You don't even work. I'm the one mopping floors and wiping the shelves. He winks. What can I say? I believe in traditional values. Okay! I shoot him a look, biting into my donut. Kick him. Meanwhile, you're doing nothing to keep this place running. Okay, true. I'm not mopping. But I'm definitely making sure the staff stays energized. You know, other kinds of energy. He leans forward to prop his elbows on the box between us. You're gross. I'm flattered. I sigh, my mouth still half full of strawberry donut. Lane's eyes lock on me like he's imagining me without this stupid donut. Imagining me without this stupid donut in my mouth. What? You ever played Truth or Dare? Everyone has. I swallow. Yeah, in like middle school. Perfect. That's about where my maturity peaked. I can tell. He laughs, wiping his mouth with his sleeve. Come on, let's play. What? Seriously? He leans back against the shelf again and stretches. Yeah, seriously. Why? You're scared? And I let a quick laugh. Scared implies you have the kind of effect on me. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, I say as I open my can. Yeah. You're just afraid I'll dare you to confess your undying love for me. No. I'm more afraid you'll dare me to give you a French kiss or pretend it's for the game. He runs his tongue around his lips with an exaggerated slurp. We'd be doing the French a favor. But no. I'll keep it classy, promise. I hesitate, biting the inside of my cheek. The idea isn't that terrible. And if I'm honest, it's nice being there. Just the 2 of us inside a gross stockroom. And maybe I do want to know more about him. That stupid game is a good excuse. Fine, I finally say. But if you make it weird, I stop playing. He smiles. Definitely define weird. Lane. Okay, I'll stop. He holds up both hands like I just pulled a gun on him. I shake my head, smiling despite myself. Alright, who goes first? He grabs his empty energy can and sets it in the middle of the box between us, then gives it a spin. It turns and turns, scraping lightly against the cardboard with each wobble, until it finally slows and lands right on him. He frowns at it, clearly offended. Well, you know what they say. He reaches out and rotates the can to point at me instead. What a dickhead. Ladies first. Coward, I mutter. Coward? Please. I was just raised right. Sure. Truth or dare? Ooh, I unlocked dare? Oh, dare. I hesitate. Part of me knows better. The smart thing to do in this situation is to say truth, to keep it safe. But I can already hear him calling me a coward, and the smirk he'll wear afterwards would be 10 times worse than whatever dare he's cooking up. Dare. His smirk whitens. Ho ho, my girl's got a wild side. I like that. Don't make it gross. I would never, he answers, placing a hand over his heart. I'm a man of my word. Most of the time. I stare at him, waiting, but I can see he's dragging this out on purpose. I already kinda hate whatever's coming. Lane? What? I haven't even said anything yet. You don't need to. I grab my energy drink. I can see it in your face. Well, I dare you to... I take a sip as he absently rolls his nose ring between his fingers. Put your hand on my chest. What? I snort into my drink and immediately start coughing. He just grins while I try not to die. Seriously? That's not even a real challenge. Exactly. So? What's the problem, princess? I give him the flattest look I can manage. You just want me to touch you. I always want you to touch me. His voice drops just enough to make it worse. But this is strictly in the name of the game. Sure, no motive behind it. He leans in and gently takes my hands in his. My heart jumps. Baby, he whispers, while his thumb brushes lightly over my skin. You said dare, and if you refuse, I win. I hate that more. I snatch my hand back and cross my arms. Try it out on someone else. His eyes soften. Ugh. Fine. If he wants to play this, I'll play it. I shift forward, leaning over the cardboard box between us. My hand hesitates a second, then rests on the fabric of his apron. I feel the warmth of his skin through the thin cloth as I press my hands to the center of his chest. And of course he has to exhale like that. God, you're such a pain, I mutter. He looks down at my hand. Is that what my heartbeat says? Tell me, nurse, is it racing? Oh my god, this fucking guy. I roll my eyes, but my fingers twitch slightly against his chest. I mean, it kind of is. Yes, it is. That wipes the smirk right off his face. His eyes widen and flick down to where my hands still rest over him, then back to my face. And without a word, he leans back just enough for my hand to fall from his chest. The space between us now feels bigger than it was. Yeah, okay. He clears his throat, running a hand through his hair. That's probably just a Red Bull. I had like 3 before he showed up. I raise an eyebrow. That's a lot that's a lot of justifying for a heartbeat. I mean, he starts to say more, but his fingers go to his nose ring again. I could die any second. What? He grins, and just like that, he's back to normal. Or at least pretending to be. You'd have to give a big speech at my funeral. A small laugh slips out before I can stop it. I don't believe him, but it's kind of cute how he tries to pretend it's true. Anyway, don't get any ideas, he adds. Not happening. He laughs, leaning back until his shoulder rests against the shelf behind him. Yeah, I know. Your turn, nurse. I have no idea what I'm going to ask him, but I guess I'll figure it out. Alright, so... Truth or dare, Lane? He bites his lips. Whoa, you want blood, he says. I can feel it. Maybe. He rubs his shin, pretending to weigh his options. Truth. Boring. It's just strategic, he corrects, tapping his temple. Gotta feel you out before I commit to dares. Besides, I want to split my secrets. I want to spill my secrets. Oh, do you? So you can fall even more in love with me. I roll my eyes so hard I nearly see the inside of my skull. Fine. Truth. I pause. I've got a million dumb questions I could throw at him, but there's one I've always been curious about. Alright, be honest. Oh no. Have you ever been in love? His eyes widen slightly, and his smirk drops faster than I expected. He looks away, suddenly way more interested in the crumpled cake wrapper on the cardboard box. Straight for the jugular, huh? You said truth, I shrug. He laughs under his breath. Yeah, I did. He rests his head on the shelf and takes a long, deep breath before answering, as if it's easier to talk about it if he pretends it doesn't matter. She was older than me. I straighten up without meaning to. Suddenly, I'm all ears. What happened? I hope you'll be just as invested in our own love story. Lane. Right. So, back in high school, I fell in love with that girl. You know, the type. All ripped jeans, chapped black nail polish, and piercings everywhere. He smiles as he says it. She also had, like, massive tits, he added casually. I groan and cover my face with both hands. Oh my god. And always wore those shirts with no bra. Not that I'm complaining. I peek at him through my fingers. He gives me a cocky side glance. I roll my eyes, but I don't stop him. I want to hear the rest. 16-year-old me couldn't stand a chance. So obviously I did what any lovesick idiot would do. How old was she? I pierce the hell out of my face. My mouth drops. You're joking. Lane? Doing something that dumb for a girl? That doesn't line up with the guy sitting in front of me. Nope. See this one? He points at his eyebrow piercing. It's the first one I got. I did it with a safety pin and a lighter. Ah. I've been there. That's how I got most of my ear piercings. That must have hurt. He lets out a dry laugh. Nah, it always heals. So yeah, I was just some dumb kid trying way too hard to impress her. I thought maybe if I looked enough like the guy she liked, she'd stop looking over my shoulder at every walking erection that passed by. He fixed his earring like it's still new and sore. But no. Turns out trying that hard just makes you look pathetic. Ah. He pauses for a second like the words taste bad. I was your cute boy phase or whatever the hell she called it. Then one day she just ghosted me. And later she posted a pic of herself with some fuckboy named Brad. Like, Brad? Seriously? That's who she picked over me? He shakes his head, still offended by the audacity of it. After that, she sent me one last message. Finally getting digged down right, she said. I winced. Ouch. Yeah. I think that's when he snaps his fingers. You know? Fuck it. Love's a joke. Women like assholes, so I'll be one. I won't fall for it again. I open my mouth, but nothing comes out at first. What am I supposed to answer? So I glance at him, at the nose ring he can't stop playing with, at those blue eyes that kind people write poems about. But there's nothing soft left in him. It's Lane, after all. Tell him he's being unfair. Oh. I can't say. I can. Okay. I don't think either one is a bad option. Like, it's a fucked situation, right? But also, it's a bad experience, right? Understandably, it'll alter your thought processes. But you're kind of calling everyone on one line, so that it's like, I don't know. I mean, it can work out for you, but my character just doesn't seemingly like it, so I don't know. Words of encouragement? Well, I start, leaning back slightly. The piercings suit you now. His eyes snap towards me. What? I give a little shrug. Just saying, you look weird without them. Oh my god, he exhales, dragging a hand down his face. Don't do that. Do what? Say stuff that makes me think you're falling for me, he mumbles through his palm. I laugh in relief. Relax. I said the piercings, not the rest of you. Lane gasps, offended, placing the hand who covered him on his heart. Wow, mean. But he leans in at the same moment and an evil smirk plastered on his face. But you know, you haven't seen all my piercings. What do you mean? I really hope if you have other piercings that you didn't do them yourself. Excuse me? He reclines against the shelf again. Some of them are in sensitive places. Oh! I really hope you didn't do those yourself. Great. Thank you for the mental image. Didn't you say you were 16 when you got them? All for that girl? I can only imagine how bad you must have been in bed. Oh, that actually makes him choke a little. Hey, okay. First of all, you weren't there. Thank God. I was young. I was figuring it out. I smirk. All I'm saying is, if I was going to get pierced down there, I'd at least make sure I knew how to use it. Wow. Then he bursts out laughing. Shit. Guess that's why you're my favorite. I lift a shoulder. You started it. A small moment passes. I finish my drink while Lane still looks at me. Not just looking, like he's examining every inch of my face, trying to figure something out. But I don't know what. Maybe, he suddenly says, dragging out the word. I need a second chance to prove my younger self wrong. Gross. Did you just flirt with me and admit you were bad in bed in the same sentence? Depends. Is it working? Not even a little. He grins. Liar. I roll my eyes, biting back a smile. I'm not seeing just the lane everyone else sees now. I'm seeing the guy underneath, the guy who still remembers the way it felt to be made small. And now, I'm wondering what he'd be like if he ever let someone see that version of him. So, does that mean you've never fallen in love since then? I even surprised myself with the question. Elaine doesn't say anything right away. He stares at the cardboard box between us, then up at me. But instead of answering, he tosses me a smirk. Hey, I already answered your truth question. I raise an eyebrow. Gotta keep some mystery, don't I? I smile back at him, but his eyes linger on me longer than they should. Like he wants to say more, but doesn't know how. Or maybe he's scared of what he'd say if he tried. Ooh! He finally leans back and smacks the cardboard table. Alright, my turn. Truth or dare? I sigh. Truth. Fair enough. But keep playing like that and we're gonna die of boredom before the shift ends. I give him a death stare. Okay. Let me think. He tilts his head like he's running through a list of questions, most of them probably inappropriate. What he says next isn't all what I expected. What's your biggest fear? I laugh. You mean like spiders or ghosts? Nah, I mean like the real shit. The thing that messes with your head. I pause. I don't exactly have something that I fear, but I don't know. Maybe I could just lie and say something normal like needles or whatever. My answer slips out before I can filter it. The red. Then blinks. Huh? Great, now he probably thinks I'm crazy. I laugh awkwardly. I mean, you mean the color? I nod, and he sits up a little straighter. I don't know why. I know it's dumb, but it's been there since I started working here. That's funny as hell. I sigh. Don't be a dick. I'm not being a dick. Just saying, if someone's sunburned, do you look away? Or do you scream? I let out a groan and rub my face. You're such an idiot. He gives me a sheepish look. Hey, I'm trying to understand. You're failing. So what? Like any red? Bright, dark, blood red? That one especially, I say. But honestly, yeah. It's not that I'm scared, it's just... it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like I can't breathe when there's too much of it. He watches me for a second longer. His mouth opens like he's going to make another joke, but then he stops himself. Then he just lifts his shoulders like it's no big deal. I mean, that's not even the weirdest fear I've heard. One guy who worked here had a phobia of peaches. I had to restock the fruit section for him because he wouldn't even look at them. Stupid asshole. Wow. Lane being useful. Okay, but peaches don't look like there's blood everywhere. It's not that kind of weird. Depends when you eat them. Did he just say what he just said? He 100% just said what he said. Excuse me. Yes. I laugh a little, but it fades as quickly as it came. Nate must see the shift in my face because his next words come quieter. Did something happen? He asked. I don't answer right away. I want to say no, but I can't. So instead, I say the next closest thing. I don't know. He doesn't push it, just nods once, like he's saying he gets it even if he doesn't. Which is very strange coming from him. I guess that's how fear works. It doesn't have to make sense. But you know, for someone who hates red, you do look good when you blush. Okay. Maybe I should talk to you more, or you'll turn all red and die. There you are, I mutter. The real me, he says proudly. I look at him and smile to myself. Because even though he handled my weird answer like it was just him being himself, he still listened. And that means more than if he'd said something perfect. He stretches his arms behind his head, fingers laced. Alright. Final round. You get to pick truth or dare, but... I narrow my eyes. But what? But it's for both of us. What? Explain. We both gotta answer or do it. High risk, high reward, baby. I cross my arms. Not fair. But you're a brat, so alright. I am, so choose wisely. My mind starts spinning through possibilities. I shouldn't take truth. It doesn't feel like a good idea after that. But dare seems risky, considering how Lane is. Choose dare. Wait, did the game just tell me to choose dare? Dare. He just smiles. Alright, stand up. Is that the dare? That's what he does. And my brain immediately flashes every possible bad idea he could have. Why? Because I said so, princess. With a sigh, I stand. Whatever this is probably going to be stupid. Okay, he says slowly, like he's dragging it out on purpose. I dare us to drink one of those shitty mini bottles from the back shelf. I blink. What? But he's already moving, brushing dust off his pants like he just had the best idea. Come on, baby. Hey, wait, you mean the actual alcohol we sell here? Yes, what else? You want us to steal from our own store? Lane shrugs with his usual cool confidence, like I just asked him to borrow a pen. Relax, he says with a wink. It's barely stealing if it's ours, right? It's not ours! He swings the stockroom door open and nods towards it like he's telling me to get moving. I didn't say yes. Without turning around, he throws a hand in the air. You're saying it with your eyes. I'm literally saying no with my mouth. He spins to face me. You're acting like I dared you to rob a bank. We haven't even started our shift yet. And Ronnie Joe will check the stock count. Lane gives me this look like I'm being dramatic again. Women. Do you really think RJ cares if one little vodka bottle disappears? Yes, he definitely cares. You'd know that if you ever bothered to read his post-it. He waves it off. Please. RJ's too busy getting divorced and pretending not to hate me. He won't even check the cameras. He will when he sees we sold nothing and one bottle's magically gone. Then we lie. Come on, babe. We barely have customers past midnight. Who's gonna question it? I give him a long stare. I'm not getting fired over this. He tilts his head against the door and gives me a dumb little grin. Then say no. He points at me. Say it. Say the words. No, Lane, I refuse your dare. Why do you sound so smug? Because if you say it, I win. Ugh. And, he adds, you'll owe me a dare that I get to use next shift. I laugh. That's not how that game works. It is now. Sometimes I forget I'm working with a fully grown adult. But then he does shit like this and reminds me he's really just a teenager full of piercings. I don't move for a moment, watching him make a big show of being an idiot. But I know him well enough to know that this is just Lane. And I really shouldn't play along with him. Ooh. Refuse to dare. I still don't move an inch. No, Lane. He gasps and points at me with his finger. She said it. She actually said it. I roll my eyes and step towards the open door, ready to leave him and his dumb plan behind. I have work to do, I add. But just as I reach the doorway, he pushes it shut with one palm. Then leans against the door, blocking the way with that smug look plastered all over his face. Where do you think you're going? I move to push past him, but he shifts and blocks again. Lane, move. He cocks his head. You coward. Just a responsible employee, I groan, stepping forward and pressing against his arm. But it doesn't even make him move. No balls. I am a woman. Exactly. Ugh. Don't be dramatic, he says. One sip isn't gonna kill you. I shove at him again, both hands flat on his chest this time. But again, he deliberately blocking me with his stupid tall body. You're in my way, Lane, I growl. He glances down at my hands on his chest, then lets out a laugh. I'm in your heart, he smirks. I am not. Mm-hmm, sure, he murmurs, raising his head and closing his eyes. Press harder, maybe I'll let out a moan. Oh my god! What a dick! Oh no. Take him at his own game. Oh my god. Normally, I'd groan and shove past. But tonight, I don't know. Maybe I should just shift tactics. Or maybe I'm just tired of letting Lane have the last word. I drop my hands from his chest like I'm giving up, but then slowly I drag it back up, my fingertips tapping deliberately along the hem of his dumb uniform shirt, until I press right into one of his pecs. Squish. You just squished his boob? I tilt my head and raise my brows. Wow. Who knew Lane was packing? Lane chokes. What the f- I give it another exaggerated squish like I'm testing fruits in the produce aisles. He stares at me, stunned silence. The kind of silence that only happens when someone never's been out-flirted in their life and doesn't know what to do. He opens his mouth, closes again, then clears his throat like he's resetting himself. That bastard lights up. Did you just honk my... I chuckle, letting my hands drift down, then tap the center of his chest with my index finger. Yes. So where's the moon? He blinks, and then laughs, surprised, clearly not used to someone playing his own game better than him. Oh, the moon, not the moon. Oh my god. What's wrong? You're acting like no one's ever flirted with you before. His jaw shifts. It's just... He cuts himself off and shakes his head with a grin, trying to keep the mood light, but failing to hide the strange flush rising to his cheeks. My fingers flex again, against his shirt, more curious than I'd like to admit. I was expecting a full six-pack of steel as well, I murmur, almost like I'm talking to myself. That gets a grin out of him. Oh yeah? He leans forward slightly, just enough to crowd me again. And before I can retract my hand, he catches my wrist and slowly guides it lower, past his chest until my palm rests against the hard lines of his abs. Try again, he says. I've got the goods. And okay. He's not lying. I press a little, maybe just to see if he'll flinch, but he doesn't. My heart's beating a little faster now, but I keep my face cool. Not impressive. I felt better. Then he chuckles. Sure you have. He lets go of my wrist, but I don't move my hand right away. We're both just standing there for a second, close enough that Lane's breathing brushes against me. So what now? Should I show you what's under my abs? Under your abs? Your flesh? I laugh through my nose. I think I'll pass. Under... Oh, you mean like lower, not under. I thought like meat. Like your... Okay. Well, it would be meat. No. Ooh, that's bad. You're still touching me though. I glance down. My hand is in fact still on his stomach. Well... I snatch it back like he burned me. And Lane whistles, clearly enjoying my reaction. I feel like, he says, stepping slightly aside, but still blocking most of the door. If I touched your chest the way you touched mine, I'd be a registered sex offender by now. I raise an eyebrow. Do you seriously feel oppressed right now? Absolutely. No one cares. This is male suffering. I roll my eyes, but I can't deny he has a point. So, let me know when it's my turn to start quality checking your... He gestures vaguely at my chest, his blue eyes dropping and staying there with absolutely no shame. I slap his peck hard enough to make him blink. What, babe? Fair's fair. Nice try. No, I'm serious, he says. If you're gonna go around grabbing my pecs like a stress ball, I think it's only polite I return the favor. I smack his arm, laugh despite myself. You're just being disgusting. I'm being progressive, he corrects smoothly. My sisters would be proud. I step back. My hands find the door handle behind him and I start to push. Hey, you owe me a dare. Oh yeah? I say, smiling as I push the door open. Try not to come up with something too lame. I finally manage to slip past him, brushing against his shoulder on my way out. He doesn't respond right away and doesn't block me this time. He just stands there, his back pressed to the door as he watches me go, like he's processing whatever the hell just happened between us. Don't worry. Tomorrow, you're mine. Maybe if you mop the floor. I walk out without another word, but I can still feel his eyes on me. Behind the counter, I spot the manager's usual post-it note. I sigh. Alright, let's do this. Go to aisle. Post-it note? Receipt logs. What is this? I'm not scanned. Write it down. Add time, please. November. Vending machine 8 and gave the customer spicy ramen's refund. A guy laughed a lot of candy but didn't have enough money, so I said it's cool. Kit Kat and I don't know what's lane. No more Red Bull. Just got restocked, dumbass. November. Saw a motorcycle parked in the alley behind the store. RJ. Huh? Oh, that's during the day. Coffee machine broken again. Called repair guy. RJ. Night shift. They left empty boxes in the aisle again. Yeah? Fill them up so I can stare at your... Yeah, fill them up so I can stare at your ass while you're at it. To do, clean store and washroom, restock aisles, the second if you have time, empty trash bins, try fixing the vending machine. By the way, my wife kicked me out, so don't expect me to be any nicer tomorrow, RJ. Oh, boy. Hello. Okay, so RJ is the manager. So he saw a motorcycle parked in the back at 1:02 p.m. somewhere at home. Okay. Let's see. Clean store and washroom, restock aisles. Try fixing the vending machine. I've got a bunch that I'm doing right this second, so not really. What is this? What did I do? Lane leans against a shelf with a mop in one hand and his phone in the other. You've been hanging around here for 10 minutes. You good or are you growing roots? He grins without looking up. Mentally preparing to lift a box is 80% of lifting a box. I'm just meditating on it. Well, the box of soda has been crying for help since I got here. Let it cry then. Okay, well, what was I supposed to do? Stack of unopened boxes. Take a look. Staff complaint. Oh boy. Backlog convenience store, day submission, employee name, night shift cashier, supervisor, complaint summary. The thing about the register has been leaking for 6 weeks now. Is not fixed. The mold is from stockroom. Some coworkers, one in particular, Virginia leaves early or sleeps in the back. No manager presence during night shift despite repeated issues. No security. Maybe listen to your staff. Final note. Hope you actually read it. This time RJ had to print this on an old schedule. No blank forms left. Just quit. Oh, okay. Take a look. Oh, what the heck? Morning, night, Lane. Lane, a new girl, knows how to use this. Knows how to use his tongue. Lane. Oh, that's what he wrote. Abby. RJ. Lane, a new girl. New girl starts tonight. A girl? Lane, a new girl. Lane, a new girl. Who's Abby? Who is Abby? That's not the neighbor, is it? What's that? Cringe poster. A motivational poster with a wolf howling at the moon. Oh my god. Lead the back, which is rich considering you're in the back of a convenience store. Right. Boxes are labeled, but the handwriting looks rushed. One has a missing can and got a tear, like someone opened it and closed it fast. Okay. Okay, so let's close that. Go to aisle 1, go to aisle 2, go to aisle 3. Aisle 3, I guess. Go to the store entrance. Oh, what's this? Chocolate display. Shelves half empty or half full. Depends if you're kind of person who believes in sugar highs. Go to the store entrance? Oh, what's that? Lost dog poster. Switch, please help me find my dog. Oh no. Oh, this is how I get to the vending machine. How do I fix it? You hit the machine hoping it starts working again. But you've got no idea how to actually fix it. Maybe it's better to just come back another day and try again. Okay, well. Go back to... Oh... Look at the security camera. Security camera is tilted wrong. Probably knocked loose weeks ago and never fixed. It barely covers the blind spots anymore. Maybe that's why things go missing so often. But knowing Ronnie Joe, he'd rather trust people than pay for new screws. Go to the washroom? Oh, okay. Well. Clean the stains. Why is there a giant stain there? You need the right supplies to clean this. Look in the mirror. You catch your reflection in the mirror. You smile. But the glass is cracked, slicing your face into pieces. It makes it look like someone else is smiling back. Okay, so I need to look for cleaning supplies. Some boxes? A rack of forgotten snacks sit by the entrance. Chips, candy, and instant noodles, their packaging faded and frayed. You can't help but wonder if they've gone rotten by now. Okay, so I can go outside though. Why? Walk to the alley. I see what kind of guy he is, and hate that you give him attention. Oh? Okay. Walk to the staff door? Fuck you, customers. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Oh. Talk to a customer. An elderly man in a worn coat and mismatched shoes. He carries a plastic bag and slowly wanders through the entrance area. You catch him mumbling near the automatic doors and ask if he needs help finding something. You think a dog would come back if it loved you enough? But nah, they get lost easy. Really easy. He chuckles to himself. Had two once. Brothers kinda... Not my blood, but by time. First one was a loud fella. He barked at wind, barked at clouds, barked at his own damn tail. But never once bit. Not even when the neighbor's kids pulled his ears. All barked that one, but soft where it counted. Okay. This ramen display. What's this advertising sign? A dusty sign advertising Mamba Crunch Extreme Chips. Featuring a yelling cartoon snake giving a thumbs up. You're not sure what the flavor is, but the snake seems proud of it. Go back. Aisle 2. Ew! Clean blood. Okay, I have to go to the stock room. I need cleaning supplies. How do I... Oh, here they are. Bleach, broken mops, hounds, and other lesser chores he'll ignore, and you'll finish. Classic. You take the supplies without thinking too much. Okay, so... I already did that. I did that. Oh, nope. Yeah, clean that. Smells like engine, gum, and shit. You wipe until the surface squeaks. As you clean, you hear your coworker's familiar voice behind you. Careful, Cinderella. If you make it too clean, people will start expecting effort from us. Okay. Clean blood. Oh. There's nothing to clean here. Okay. Unlocked, clear the shelf. I squat in front of the shelves, dragging the crate beside me. It's half filled with packets of cake donuts. Pinky-licious, little snacks according to the label. The kind you tear open when you're craving something sweet. First task, clear the old stuff. Well, easy enough. I crouch down and start cleaning the lower shelves first. Crushed cups, dust-covered ones, and ones that smell rotten. I wrinkle my nose and toss it straight into the return bin nearby. Once it's done, I eye the top row. And it's still a mess. Great. Most of the expired ones are shoved way in the back. I exhale and roll my sleeves up. No step stool in sight, but I'm not that short. I can do this. I mean, I'm perfectly capable of reaching a few packets of snacks without help. I stand up and step up on the lowest shelf brace. It creaks beneath my sneakers. I reach up, stretching as far as I can. My hand smacks something as a cup topples down. Oh shit! I twist to dodge it, losing my balance as I hop back down fast, landing with a thud and a puff of dust. Okay, maybe not perfectly capable. I bend down to pick it up, shoving it into the crate with more force than necessary. God damn it. Why are these shelves so high? It's not like we have 2-meter tall customers every day, jeez. I don't even know how our regular sized customers deal with it. I get back on my toes. The shelf digs into my ribs and I miserably fail a second time. This is ridiculous. I glance around. Maybe I should ask for help. Don't do the task, call someone over. I groan under my breath and step back from the shelf. Ugh, screw you. I wipe my paws on my apron and raise my voice. Lane? No answer. I roll my eyes and try again. Lane, I know you're in the stock room. You busy being useless over there? A dead silence, but then the door, and the unmistakable sound of footsteps dragging like he's being summoned against his will. Lane rounds the corner from the stockroom, his phone still hand and thumb mid-scrolling. Of course. Man, can't leave you alone for 10 minutes without you crying for me, huh? I don't know if calling him was a good idea. You've been back there for like half an hour. Yeah, and I was busy. I raise a brow. Very important business. He shows me his phone screen. A paused video of a guy skateboarding straight into the tracks of the oncoming train. See? I shoot him a look before slamming his damn phone down. Hey, chill. You won't even see the ending. There's some action out here. Can you just help me reach the top shelf before I quit and throw your phone in the trash? He comically hides his phone behind his back. You're dramatic. That time of the month? Lane. Alright. So, what shelf? I point at the top shelf behind him. He eyes it, then eyes me. It's like, what, 7 feet? That's like 3 of you stacked. I cross my arms and glare. Get on with it. Convince me. I'm gonna have to convince you to do your job? I'm hearing that one. Oh my lord. It's hard to admit, but part of me still falls for it. I don't smash your damn phone on the floor. Tempting. But I was hoping for something with a little more romance. He smirks and walks over, reaching up with zero effort as he grabs the first expired cup like it's nothing. Show off more, dumbass. You're enjoying this. Deeply. If you want things done right, you leave it to the men, princess. I'm gonna find a stepladder. He tosses another cup into the box I left on the floor, then picks it up and starts restocking the shelf. I can see he's not trying to be helpful. He just wants to look cool holding something heavy. That guy. He continues a little more efficiently now, but still dragging it out. At one point, he bumps my shoulder with his elbow. Yeah, are you sure you're just not making me do your job? You're the one who's been hiding in the back, idiot. He grabs the last packet and glances down at me. You know, I could have stayed in the stockroom. I bite my lip, my fingers drumming against my arm. You didn't though. Someone's gotta make sure you don't kill yourself on the clock. That's love, baby. I snort, but I notice his smirk softening a little. I'd hate losing my favorite coworker. Oh, really? I roll my eyes, but can't help the small smile tugging at my lips. Yeah, I say, pretending not to like it, even though it's kind of cute. Here you go, he says, handing me the empty box. I reach for it. He holds it a second longer than necessary, just so our fingers brush. Knowing him, it's on purpose. Careful. I wouldn't want you to fall for me just because I reached the shelf. Okay. I grab the box with a dry movement, pretending not to care even though I'm a little embarrassed. If you spend half as much energy working as you do flirting, the story would have run better by now. I miss our little bonding moment? He nudges my arm lightly with his elbow. I'd rather die. I yawn. Anyway, let me know when you need help for the bottom shelf too. What? But he's already leaving, giving me a mock salute before disappearing back towards the stockroom. I watch him go, my lips twitching. Is it so I can stand behind you and look your ass? I can't decide if he's stupid or charming. A little bit of A, a little bit of B. Condoms display? He restocked the shelf once. A guy asked if he knew from experience which one was best. He told him the silent kind. The silent kind. Okay, so entrance, washroom. Here we go. Clean the stains. Ew, what even is this? You scrub it until it disappears. What else? Inspect the wall. Toilet paper is your best friend. After me, of course. Is there anything else? Oops. I'm guessing not. Aisle 3. Finish the tasks. I think I did everything. Finish your task, continue the story, check if you have more tasks, keep navigating. Advertising sign. Oh, talk to customer. A customer is scanning the shelf with a puzzled look. She's looking for dark chocolate, says it's for her daughter. You point her towards aisle 3 near the fridge. She nods, clearly relieved. Oh, thank God. You just saved me from a sugarless war zone. Appreciate it, sweetheart. Okay, I think... Oh, cold coffee. Not refrigerated. The label is faded. Did you eat anything today? Of course not. You never do when you're spiraling. Okay, well... Fridges? Nearing the fridges, you find a sticker of a female cartoon character in a bikini. Someone drew horns and fangs on her. But her breasts are still intact. I mean, priorities, I guess. I think... I don't know, I think that's it. Huh. Oh, empty trash bins. Empty trash bins. Where the heck are the trash bins? Where the heck are the trash bins? I don't see any trash bins. I've been looking for... Okay, hold on. I'm not in the stock room. I'm out here working and looking for trash bins that I can't find. I think I'm done. So... I think I did everything. Continue. I finished straightening the last rows of instant noodles and stepped back just enough to eye the remaining ones and fix them with one lazy swipe of my hand. I inhaled deeply and let it all out, placing both my hands on my hips. There's a weird kind of pride that comes with finally getting all the shelves looking decent. This is true. My feet hurt, my back is sore, and the mop water is still a little red from whatever sticky mess a customer left near the aisle. But I did what I could. Good enough. I walk across the still wet floor and check the post-it. Ronnie Joe left one last time just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, I mumble under my breath, stretching my arms out until my shoulder pops. That's most of it. I lean against the counter for a second and let out a big yawn, my eyes watering from how tired I am. Then I glance outside. The rain is hitting the pavement sideways now, the kind of weather that makes even the weirdos stay home. I check on my phone. It says it's a little after 2 a.m. No customers in the last half hour. No more shelves to fix. Perfect. I could almost start to relax. I quickly grab the disinfectant spray and rag from under the counter. All that's left is wiping the top down, the last little ritual that means the night's almost over. I spray a line of cleaner across the sticky edge and start scrubbing in circles. That's when I hear the stockroom door open behind me. I don't even have to look. Lane walks in. Careful, his voice calls out. The floor's slippery. He walks around the counter and stands beside me. You actually mopped, he says, eyebrows raised. We could have done it right before closing, you know? I side-eye him, still cleaning the counter. What do you mean by we? Hey, he nudges my elbow with his. I work smarter, not harder. And from what I can see, you handle it perfectly. I snort. Right, is that why you left me alone with that customer who wouldn't stop talking about his dogs? He grabs his jaw with both hands like he can't believe it. You saw him too? Lane. That was weirdo was talking nonsense at me, so I had no choice but to lock myself in the stockroom. What choice did I have? I got scared. I let out an exasperated sigh. I swear you're the worst coworker, but I'm trying to be the best. I laugh under my breath, still scrubbing the counter. There's a pause in the conversation, and for a moment it's just the sound of my rag moving in slow circles. Lane leans against the edge beside me, watching me for a second. Then he shifts a little closer. You missed a spot, he says, pointing at it with his chin. I did not. You did. Before I can argue, I feel his finger brush against my cheek. He gently tucks a strand of hair behind my ear, and unfortunately, it does make it easier to see the spot I missed. I scrub at it quickly, hoping he doesn't notice the way my face is starting to turn a little red. You're pretty. I stop mid-wipe. Because, what did he just? I blink, staring straight ahead at the lighter display. My heart kicks once. He never says stuff like that seriously, but right now he sounded dead serious. I started to turn around towards him, maybe too fast, and maybe hoping for an answer in his expression. But he cuts me off with a smirk and hands me a hand on my arm. I don't know why, but it's a relief to realize he's only joking. Easy, baby, he murmurs. Still slippery. I just cleaned the floor, remember? I cleaned the floor, I start to answer, but the second I move, my foot suddenly slides from under me. My heels skid across the wet tile. I feel myself about to fall just as his rag slips from my grasp and drops to the floor. Shit. But I don't hit the ground. Lane's arm catches me midair, one around my back and the other gripping my waist tight. I end up halfway dipped back over his arm like we're in some cheesy romantic comedy. Lane blinks down at me, his mouth twitching like he's trying not to laugh. I told you. My heart is thudding. I mean, what the hell? I'm still holding onto his shirt with both hands like an idiot. His arms are solid around me, and being this close I can catch the faint warmth of his skin and the subtle scent of him. It's a mix between Axe deodorant and whatever detergent Ronnie Joe uses, but there's something else too. Lane. I bite back a smile. Let me guess, I mutter, trying not to sound breathless. You do this for every girl who sips on the floor. His breath brushes against my cheek when he laughs quietly. Nah. I stare at him. He stares back. And because he can't help himself, he adds, only the pretty ones. I realize after a few seconds that he hasn't moved, and neither have I. My face is maybe 6 inches from his, and I can feel his fingers press a little tighter like he's making sure I stay there. Well, I say finally, you can let go now. He tilts his head slightly. What? You can let go, I repeat. He blinks like he genuinely doesn't understand. Unless you plan on holding me like that all night? He smirks. Maybe I do. What? Besides, I feel his hand slide a little lower to my back, just barely. You look good down there. I narrow my eyes at him. You don't. Liar, he says, leaning in. Really leaning in. Like a guy who knows exactly how close he can get without crossing a line. Now, this is the part where we kiss. I blink up at him. Okay, that's new. I let out a breath and try to shift, but he holds firm. I'm not kissing you. Not even a little one. On the cheek? I mean, if we don't kiss, the moment gets kind of weird. Oh my god, Lane. He cuts me off without a word. Not with a kiss. Just a step closer. Close enough that my chest presses right up against his. I shoot him a look and he doesn't even bother pretending it wasn't intentional. So I plant both hands on his chest and push him back. Lane? He takes a few seconds to stare at my face before answering. Like he's trying to clock how much of this I'll let him get away with. Get off. No. I blink. What? I like how it feels. I open my mouth to fire back, but the automatic doors slide open. I freeze, and Lane's face shifts immediately. This time, I really shove him back with both hands, making him stumble a step away. He backs up with a laugh, throwing his hands in the air dramatically. Alright, alright. I was just being gentle. Let me romance you, woman. I smooth my shirt as he picks up the disinfected rag like nothing happened. You're an idiot. You just have bad taste in men. You are the absolute worst. You can't even do your job properly and give me more shit to do. Yeah, and he's literally the one saying it. But don't flatter yourself, princess. You're not the only pretty face I've pinned to a counter. Okay. This guy is his own cock block. It's crazy. Did he seriously just say that? Ugh. I pretend being busy brushing my palms on my jeans. Oh, really? His voice is suddenly so different. I start to ask what he's talking about, but before I get a word out, he straightens up, blue eyes locking onto something behind me. Here comes the guy. A chill prickles at the back of my neck. Who? I blink, confused, and turn. Oh! And I see him. Oh, so it really is two different people. I was kind of toying with the idea that they're the same person, but I guess not. Okay. All I want to know is, where are the chips? The workers have been in each other's embrace for 10 minutes talking. And I see him. Biker boy standing just inside the aisle 2, dripping from head to toe. Oh no, it's still raining. Looks like the thunderstorm didn't spare him. He doesn't move, doesn't speak. Just stands there, his helmet slightly tilted down like he's reading something on the floor. But he's not. I can tell. Even through his visor, I can feel his eyes on me. On us. Weirdo's back. I shoot him a look. Lane. He shrugs like what, then pretends to study the biker who still hasn't moved. Mira, he scoffs, glancing at me with his dumb grin. He doesn't even buy anything half the time. Just stands there like a shy teenage boy waiting for... I don't know. Lane, I snap, trying again. That's enough. Oh, he notices that. He raises my eyebrow like I'm the one being dramatic. What? I'm just asking questions. Isn't that customer service? Too many bikers these days. Lane takes one slow step around the counter. I step forward, too, without thinking, like I intercept whatever he's planning just by moving. Just saying, he drawls, keeping his eyes closed on biker boy. If I was standing around dripping on the floor like a wet dog, I'd at least say hi to the nice employee behind the register. Real manners, you know? The biker tilts his head. For a guy who barely talks, you sure don't shut up with your head. I shift awkwardly where I stand, trying to figure out what to do. Offer help? Ask what he needs? But Lane doesn't give me the chance. He just stops a few feet from the biker, now, close enough that I can feel the tension between the two men. I know it's gotta suck, standing outside, watching me and her get close. That's not what he was doing, dude. Like some sad little creep who missed the school dance and is jerking off behind the bleachers. What is your problem? I flinch. He's gone too far now, and he's still not stopping. Jeez. The biker still doesn't move, doesn't say a word either. It's unsettling, and that only makes Lane worse. Some of us actually work here, he mutters. Not you! Not you, bitch! Don't just stand around breathing heavy behind helmets like serial killers or whatever the hell this is. I narrow my eyes, glancing at the biker again. He lowers his head slightly, just enough that I know he's looking straight at Lane. Jealous? Oh. The room freezes. Lane blinks, and I swear the temperature in the store just dropped 10 degrees. Then Lane barks out a disbelieving laugh. What? My fingers tighten around the edge of the counter. Shit. I should say something. Anything. But my tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. Stop, please, both of you. But neither of them pays me any attention. And I have a feeling the biker came for me. Lane has the same feeling. Because just as the biker moves again, taking one more step closer, Lane suddenly shifts and steps in. Right in front of him. Close enough that their chests nearly brush. Close enough that Lane has to dip his chin up to look at him. Nope. Not one fucking step closer, but helmet boy. The height difference hits me all at once. Lane's not short. He's taller by me by a lot. But next to biker boy, he looks really small. But he doesn't back off. And me, I'm stuck in the middle. This is a bad idea. So you here to shop? Or stare at people's girlfriends? Nah, whose girlfriend? Not me. Move. Oh, he speaks again. Must be my lucky night. What are you gonna do? Breathe harder. As if to mock him, that's exactly what the biker does. That's funny. His breath comes sharp and irritated, like he's daring Lane to say more. And for the first time, something flashes in the blue eyes of Lane. Like he's finally realizing that maybe this isn't just some dumb staring contest. Like maybe this guy isn't just some weird loner. Maybe he's something else. You think being mysterious makes your dick bigger. What is this fucking guy's problem? It only makes you fucking pathetic. No, I don't want to do any of this. This is a disaster waiting to happen. I wouldn't be okay with this, to be fair. Lane, enough. You don't even... Lane cuts me off without even turning his head. That's enough girl worlds for today. Okay. My stomach dips. Excuse me? He glances sideways at me, his eyes sparkling like he knows exactly what he just said and how I'd take it. You're pretty, babe, but right now it's between him and me. I can still hear the biker's breath, but this time it's controlled. What I know is pure restraint. I blink and open my mouth to respond, but it shuts right after. It's like Lane's trying to prove something not just to Biker Boy, but maybe to me too. The biker just watches him, trying to decide whether Lane's even worth replying to. And that, I think, pisses Lane off more than anything. I talk when it's worth it. Good. Then shut the fuck up. I freeze for a second, eyebrows pulling together. I swear you float around like a pussy, never saying a damn thing. Boo-hoo, bro. Lane keeps smirking like he doesn't care, but his tongue keeps flicking across his back molars the way it does when he insists. So what is it, huh? He asks. You thought you had a chance, didn't you? That being quiet guy would make her fall into your lap. Cute, real cute. Should have known that shit doesn't work in real life. Because I think we both know who she ended up with. What do you mean? We didn't do anything. Biker Boy's shoulder twitched, like something inside him flinches before he could stop it. You mad? Lane raises an eyebrow, biting his bottom lip like he's holding back laughter. You look mad. If she wanted you, she'd be standing next to you. But she's not. Man, at least pretend you've seen a woman before. I was wondering how the fuck someone like you could be with her. I feel my heart stop. You two, you should... I try. Yo, baby girl swears. Who taught you that? Big words coming from the guy who follows her around like a dog. Better a dog that bites than a barker. Fake teeth he doesn't have. Oh! Lane steps in again. Careful with your words, man. Or what? Stickman's shaking just standing here. Shut up. You walk around like your dick's worth something. She hasn't complained. She hasn't even touched you. Give it time. She thinks you're funny. That's it. I do think he's funny sometimes, but he's also a fucking asshole. Because if he is trying to prove something to the biker guy right now, but she also felt like he was trying to prove something to her, which is like to know her place, and I can kill someone. At least she laughs with me. She's being polite. You joke till she's bored enough to pity fuck you. Fuck you, dude. You think she's gonna want you when she finds out how fucked in the head you are? Do you guys know each other? I don't care. I don't care if she wants me. I swallow. You're starting to scare me. Then be scared. The heat in the store is suffocating. Not from the busted heater. Not from the storm outside. Just from them. They keep going. And I feel like I'm stuck between a fire and something waiting to explode. Lane flinging words with that mouth of his. Biker Boy not speaking much, but every time he does respond, it's like the whole store tilts sideways for a second. Biker Boy is Lame's twin? I don't know. I should say something. Or do something. This is turning into something uglier. Ah! Is this the choice? Because if Lane was trying to put me in my place, I am so not about that. I take a deep breath and turn towards him just a little. He notices immediately. Hey, I say, don't listen to him. He doesn't mean half of it. It's just, he's like that. His gaze fixed to the floor, then back to me. I don't know what's going on with him, but he looks at me like I just gave him back a reason. Lane barks out behind him. Back off. He's not worth it. I look back at him, but he's not looking my way. He's locked onto Biker Boy, and for once, that actually worries me. Can I cut your tongue again? He's calling Biker Boy baby girl? Oh no, don't make me cat speak through this. How? Oh. This is so unfortunate for the YouTube video. Someone redeemed cat speak, so this is gonna be fun. Can I cut your tongue again, baby girl? Yeah. I've been wondering what's behind that helmet, yeah. Is it burnt scars? Whole face fucked up or something? Yeah. Cause if I look like you, I'd shut the fuck up too, yeah. You're allowed, yeah. Lane snorts, yeah. No shit, yeah. Wanna shut me up? Yeah. Uh-huh? I've shut people up for less. Why is Esh and less red? The hairs on my arms lift. Elaine actually laughs. He shows his head back like he's the funniest thing he's heard all night. Yeah? Sure you have? Man, you don't scare anyone. Not true. You just look like you live in your mom's basement and fuck your fucking bike. The bike doesn't react. At least not outside. And you like you've never been hit hard enough. Wait, why are some of these letters red? Tell them to calm down. Tell them to stop. Tell them to stop. I think, what? The way you talk. You ever had your jaw dislocated with a tire iron? Pops like a soda tab. Name pauses. So do I. Not because he's scared, but because it's such a fucked thing to say. What the fuck? Barker Boy's tone never changes. He looks at Lane dead in the eyes. Makes you rethink how often you run your fucking mouth. Did you just threaten me? Fuck, you're really going full psycho now. I don't make threats. I wait for someone to earn it. Lane throws his hands up, laughing. Fucking hell. This guy's gonna snap and kill someone. I should say something. Anything. It's useless. Do you hear him? You're seriously fucked in the head, man. You're nothing but noise. And when she sees you for what you are, she'll come back to me. You're assuming she was ever yours in the first place. Dude, you're just completely fucking obsessed. The biker exhales through his nose and Lane jabs a thumb towards me without looking. Besides, you didn't say a damn word to her all shit, but now you're getting deep with me? You sure not into me you're sure you're not into me instead? Biker Boy leans forward slightly, just enough to make Lane's posture tighten, even if he doesn't realize it. Aw, stop. I'm gonna blush. I should have fucking crushed you the first time I saw you. Silence. Real silence. Lane's jaw tightens, and for a second time his mouth opens like he's gonna say something cocky, but nothing comes out. Grab Lane's arm or... I put a hand on my chest, looking at Biker Boy. That's... just leave. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, great! You go home, and you can go back in the back room. And I'm gonna go romance my neighbor instead. The silence is thick. The storm outside cracks again, the rain drumming against the automatic doors. Lane whips his face with the back of his hand, even though there's nothing on it. He keeps glancing at the biker, but he says nothing. You okay? His voice is low. There's no softness to it. It's like he needs to hear me say I'm fine before he walks away. I'm fine. He nods, and then he turns away. No looking towards Lane or me. Just walks off, his motorcycle boots heavy on the floor. We watch him leave into the storm. You good, princess? I nod. He nods too. That guy's a freak. You're also a fucking freak. I thought he was gonna murder me. He might. Be careful, alright? I let out a deep breath. It's alright, Lane. We're not in a horror movie. Oh, we're in a horror game. I think. What? What? I'm standing still in the parking lot, staring at my phone's screen. At a photo from Ronnie Joe. It's a blurry pic of a printed paper taped crookedly to a board. The new schedule. And right there, in bold black marker, my name is written right after opening shift. Tomorrow. Like, in a few hours. Is that a joke? I scroll down. There's nothing else, just Ronnie's dumb emoji thumbs up and thanks for being flexible. Flexible my ass, I didn't even have the key. I look more carefully at the picture. Half the shifts are scribbled out with pen. I already knew the store was circling the drain. Ronnie Joe's been slapping things together for a week now, but this is the first time it feels like he's actually panicking. Jeez. The only person who has the key is Lane. But Lane left early today. That means I'm gonna have to go to his apartment tomorrow. Not the first time I will go there, but still. I sigh so hard my lungs actually hurt. Yo, going from like night shifts, like graveyard shifts essentially, to morning shifts is crazy. I keep walking, annoyed. Lucky for me, the rain has eased up a bit. Next problem, the bus. Should I take it? It's like $1.50, not that much. But $1.50 tonight, then $1.50 tomorrow, and by the end of the week, I'm crying in my kitchen because I didn't pay the water bill again. And rent's already breathing down my neck, so... Ugh. I mean, it's not like walking is impossible. It's just for... and creepy. And there are always weird guys hanging out at night. But walking is free. And I like free. Mira, stop standing here like an idiot. If you walk, you save money. If you take the bus, you get home faster and maybe don't get rained on. I glance down at the coins in my palm, the metal cool and familiar. Taking the bus means spending money I'd rather keep, but walking home alone... Yeah, I don't think I have the guts for that tonight. The bus stop's just a few blocks away, and the walk there feels longer than it should. Every shadow stretches like some monster, and the sound of my footsteps seems louder than normal. Probably because there's absolutely no one here except me and the rain. Are the buses running? Why didn't I take the bus yesterday? I guess because it wasn't raining, so I didn't think I should. By the time I reach the empty station, I'm already one bad vibe away from a meltdown. Of course, there's no one else waiting. I don't really know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I take off my soaking wet hoodie. I'd rather not be sick tomorrow. I sit on the cold metal bench, sifting uncomfortably and checking the schedule. 10 minutes until the next bus. Not forever, but long enough for my brain to start running circles. I flick through my phone, but there's no signal, and I'm already regretting not just taking the risk of walking home. I sigh and take a deep breath, the cool wind rushing through my nostrils. The hell am I doing? I whisper quietly. I jump. A low rumble of an engine is getting closer, breaking the deathly silence. My stomach twists as the sounds grow louder, and then the motorcycle pulls up. And the driver. Biker boy. He stops a little way off, the engine cutting out, and for a second he just sits there, his helmet head tilted towards me. Hard to say if he's trying to decide if he should approach me or no, but no matter, I can already feel my muscles stiffening at the sight of this huge masked man. I mean, seeing him in another context than the convenience store is kind of scary. He parks the bike carefully, like he's being deliberate about not getting too close. He doesn't rush, doesn't make any sudden movements, and the way he hesitates before stepping away from the bike, it's weird, cautious. Like he's more afraid of me than I am of him. I let out a slow breath, the tension bleeding out of my shoulder just a little. He's a stranger, but I don't get the sense he's trying to scare me. What do you want? I ask, my voice coming out more intrigued than scared. He freezes, halfway to the bench, and takes a step back. His hands twitch at his sides before he finally lifts them in a kind of awkward, wordless peace offering. He shakes his helmet, like the words won't line up right. It's, a nice night. It's pouring rain! I raise an eyebrow, more confused than anything else, which honestly is nice if you're indoors and not in the rain. We saw each other earlier. He nods fast, and for some reason that's enough to make me roll my eyes. You have a bike. You don't need to be here. He doesn't answer, just shifts on his feet like he's trying to decide whether to stay or bolt. Eventually, he moves to stand just beside the bench. And I swear this is the most exaggerated I'm keeping my distance gap I've ever seen. It's considerate, I guess. I bite back a smile. He's so big and imposing, and yet here he is like he's afraid of getting too close to me. I still can feel his tension, even if I can't see his face. It's kind of attractive, in a weird way. You, come here often, or is it just pure coincidence? He flinches like I slapped him. I didn't mean... He takes a breath, probably to give himself courage to go on or something. I don't know why I'm... here? Oh. I shift on the bench, folding my arms to stay warm. There's a brief pause between us, but I speak before I can second guess it. About earlier. He doesn't turn when I see his helmet dip slightly. I mean, with my coworker. That whole thing. Yeah. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to ruin your night. You didn't do anything to me. He exhales slowly. Doesn't matter. It's not the first time Lane pissed someone off. Won't be the last. He nods slowly, crossing his arms. I really thought you were gonna punch him or something. Didn't think you were the kind of guy to walk away. I'm not. That's the problem. Huh? I look over at him. He's staring at nothing, at the road, or the darkness itself maybe. You're not gonna fight him again, right? I say, trying to joke a bit. Right? No. I raise an eyebrow. That's a promise? I'd like to say yes. You'd like to say yes, then say yes! But I've broken more promises than I've kept. What does that mean? It hits me weird. That's not really something people say out loud. Not a man of your word? No. It's so blunt it knocks the breath out of me. I don't know if it's refreshing or a red flag. A little bit of A, a little bit of B. A man who admits he's not reliable. Probably both. That's honest. His visor reflects the sky as he looks up. I've tried to be better at it. Okay. Sorry. I don't respond. I think if I say anything right now, it'll either ask too much or say something too soft. And this isn't the moment for either. I see the bus coming from way down the road, a pair of soft yellow headlights swimming through the rain. I sigh a little and stand up, brushing off the back of my jeans and making sure my coins are still in my pocket. It's not for now. Behind me, I hear the creak of the bench. Parker Boy stands too. I glance over, just out of habit. He's already looking towards the road, then at me, then quickly away again. The bus pulls up with a low hiss. I can already see the shadows of some tired passengers inside. I pull out my coins, already halfway stepping forward as the doors creak open. The warm air spills from inside, out over my face, a familiar smell of sweat, engine, and perfume from someone sitting close. Almost like home. So I guess that's for me. Thanks, I mean, you didn't have to wait with me. Anytime. You getting on the bus or you want to suck him off first, miss? Jesus Christ! A voice slices through the air like a slap. It comes from the bus. The bus driver's leaning sideways in his seat. His voice is loud with that kind of fake humor people use when they're sure you won't fight back. My face freezes. Did he seriously just... Parker Boy takes 2 steps forward towards the bus, the gravel crunching like cereals under his motorcycle boots. And the driver straightens immediately. Whoa, hey. It's a joke. Back in my day, people could actually take one. Oh, okay. The biker stops just outside the bus, in front of the steps. She's my girlfriend. The fuck I am! What do you mean? What's it with these fucking egomaniacs? My head snaps around. What? So if you got something to say to her, say it to me. No. The driver laughs nervously. His smile twitches as he looks between us. Okay, cool. You got good taste. Oh my god. The bus driver wants to die. There's no saving the bus driver. He does that weird little chuckle again. You got a schedule to follow. Yeah. Then drive. The driver swallows. Yep. Miss, he says to me, all of a sudden very polite. You getting in? I nod quickly and climb up, still processing everything. Just as I reach the first step, biker boy hands find mine. You won't have problems if you think you belong to someone. Yeah, but that fucking sucks! He says it like he's stating a fact. Thanks. He gives a slight nod before the doors hiss close between us. Also, why don't you just take me home? I know you know where I live. You left a water bottle on my front doorstep. There was the water bottle in my house. Has he been in my house? I forgot about the water bottle in the house until right this second. I step up into the bus. My legs feel a little shaky. I don't really know why. Maybe because of the whole thing. Has he been in the house? The driver suddenly looks like a total different guy now. He's sitting upright, eyes on the road like he's giving me VIP access to the bus. Evening, miss. His voice is almost soft. Sorry about earlier. No hard feelings, okay? I don't answer. I just give him my coins. The machine beeps and he hands me the printed ticket with 2 hands. Pathetic. Here you go. You take care now, alright? I nod, deadpan. He doesn't care about me. He just doesn't want his face rearranged by a dangerous-looking biker. I move past him, gripping the pole with one hand as the bus starts rolling. I find an empty seat halfway down and drop into it. Windows fogged from the inside, the rain dots the glass but never fully falls. I take a deep breath. There's a strange kind of peace in being awake while the rest of the world rests. This is true. I'm tired of this life, but tomorrow's one day closer to something better. Or worse. The bus jerks to a stop, and I have to catch myself on the metal bar of the seat before stumbling forward. I'm almost off thanks to a driver out of habit, then step out into the night. The cold hits, and no one else gets off. The stop's not far from home, maybe 5 on foot. It's still raining, but not enough to need an umbrella. My building's at the far end of the block, tucked between one empty laundromat and a closed-down flower shop. Halfway down the block, I pass the wall. It's covered now. Someone threw one of those blue construction tarps over it. I've walked past it 100 times since, but tonight, for some reason, I actually look at it. The fabric is coming loose at the corner. Just for a second, I see a bit of what's underneath. It's like something there I forgot I was supposed to remember. I keep walking. My building is just ahead. There's something there that I should be remembering? I push the door open with my shoulder and step inside the building. It's quiet in the entrance hall. Everyone's probably still sleeping. I don't stop walking. I pass the mailboxes on the right. Mine's probably stuffed again. Bills, reminders, maybe something with my name handwritten on it, which would be worse. I pretend I don't see it. The stairwell smells like dust, the kind that just clings to an old building like this. I should take the elevator. 15 floors and everything, but I don't. I just don't trust it. Hmm? Wait, I go up the stairs, all 15 floors? Jesus Christ. My endurance must be amazing. But also, what am I hiding from? The muscles behind my knees are screaming by the time I finally get to my floor. It smells like the leftovers of someone's dinner from a few hours ago. Ugh. I'm so hungry. My keys are already in my hand. I stop in front of my door and glance towards the lock. What do I even have? Half a packet of instant ramen noodles, some rice, one egg, and maybe a can of beans if I didn't already eat it. I sigh and start unlocking the door when... You always have to make that much noise so damn early in the morning? I freeze. My fingers twitch around my keys, but I don't turn them. I look over my shoulder. She's standing right behind me, barefoot on the tile like she does that kind of thing all the time. Her hair is longer than I remember. Greasier, maybe, or maybe it's just the light. Some of us have real jobs, you know? I didn't mean to. She raised a hand, cutting me off like she's bored already. Daylight jobs, where people see you. I blink. I don't know if she's joking. You still working night shifts? Yeah. Still at Mad Dog? Yeah. The silence between us feels so much thicker than anything she's saying. Lane's still there too? She asks. I nod. Still the same. She lets out a small laugh. He'll hit 30 and still be acting like he's 16. She picks at the skin around her thumb as she says it. Her nail polish is chipped. It's getting a bit awkward now. Lazy as ever, I add. I smile a little, trying to add lightness to my voice. Something that might make her smile too. But she doesn't. She just stares at me for a second, then looks away. Yeah, men get away with a lot when no one takes women seriously. Okay. I shouldn't have said anything. Tell him to stop pretending he's fine, she says. It's embarrassing. What? That kid used to cry in his car in secret. My mouth opens slightly, but nothing comes out. Anyway, I wasn't trying to talk. She straightens up and moves like she's underwater. Pale feet on the floor, on the cool hallway, like she doesn't feel anything anymore. Oh wait, they're siblings, right? Night. She pushes her door open with the edge of her hand and disappears inside without looking back. I stay here for a second. I didn't expect a hug or anything, but that felt like talking to a stranger. A stranger who used to be one of the loudest people in my life. I let out a slow breath, and finally turned towards my own apartment. The door swings open with that familiar creak. I step inside and close it behind me, then take off my shoes and turn on the light. Does she go into my apartment? Does she have a spare key of mine? We used to be friends. It would make sense if she has a spare key. I'll deal with it later. My legs move on autopilot into my room. The water bottle is still there. I drop face first into the mattress. I melt into it like I've been released from prison. My brain still feels like it's buzzing from from Lane's voice. I press my face deeper into the pillow and groan against the fabric. I could stay here forever, but my stomach has other plans. I turn my head to the side and sigh. I should eat something before sleeping. Yes. Do I? I bet I don't. I bet I fall asleep. If you keep your head down, nobody sees you. I don't always know what it is, but I know how it looks. I learned how to hold the shape of it, even if it was never really meant for me.
So we finally meet.
Hello, Cyberpunk, huh? Hold the shape of what? Hello? Useless fucking piece of junk. Scarlet. I should dump you in the river. I can't do that. Stay here. Still the same code. Their lives don't matter. Oh? She's behind this. Nosy old man. Can't mind his own business. Lights off. She's sleeping. Probably. It smells like that cheap pasta with powdered cheese. Is she still eating those? I wonder if she's thought of me, even if it's only 1 second before closing her eyes. Probably not. Or maybe. About someone else. Son of a bitch. What am I doing? Should I? No. She'd hate it. Hate what? Her neighbor. You lost some? That's your girl space? Who's asking? I live here. And I don't like strangers hanging around the doors. Not your business. Well, it's my floor. So it's kind of my business. You know her? Yes. Friends? Ahem. You know, I've seen another guy like you a couple of weeks ago. A biker with a red helmet. Mine's black. I saw. But just saying. Watch out for that red helmet guy, okay, son? There's another guy with a helmet? He was trouble. Trouble how? Just stood there like some freak. Real unpleasant type. Guess he was having a bad day. Mm-hmm. More like a bad life. I told him to leave, but he just stared at me. Like some stray dog you can't scare off. People can be like that. Yeah, well, no one wants that kind of crazy hang around. I get it. Me, I didn't like it either. Poor girl. You could tell. I bet she's glad he stopped coming. I've been living here 20 years, son. I know the look. I hope you're not here to bother her too. I'm not. Good. She doesn't need that kind of trouble in her life. She needs peace. Yes. Sir. You look strong, son, but watch yourself. You don't want to meet him. I'll be fine. Okay, so are there 3 guys, or is the biker guy the same guy, just like he changed helmets? Anyway, don't wake the neighbors when you ride off. Night. Night. Is biker boy who my character is scared of? Or is that a third person? I don't know. Initiative 2. Okay, that's the end of it, I think, though. Thanks for playing. You made it through another long night. Good job. As a little treat, click. I put together a little gallery of fan arts drawings made by some incredible talented people. Whether you're here for the horror, the story, or the weird boys, I'm glad you came. Like we say in French, merci. Your support means the word to me. Oh! Look at that! I know what I'm drawing. Alien. Cell phone with stickers. Oh, can I click to the side? No. I can! What is it? Don't say tiny dick to my biker boy again. Oh, this is cute. I like the stickers. Is that Loom Bear? I think it's called. Ooh. Oh, I can keep clicking. What is this? Ah, there was. Okay, I see. I see. Why does biker guy look so mad? Ah, I see. Okay, this is cute. All right. Oh, here we go. That was it. All 2 shifts of big bad dogs. I like it. I don't know when it's gonna get updated though.